And I hear you talking.
All right, we're live.
All right. All right. With some technical difficulties. In other words, I didn't have the password. This is the Nutmeg in-house Bonspiel. It is the fifth in. We have 3 active sheets. We'll see if we can update you on the scores, except I have no idea who's playing whom. Mark, do you know everybody out there and who's the skips?
All right, I'll give you a little rundown. On sheet A, we have Angelo. Angelo has the Yellowstones and is in the fifth end. It looks like Angelo is down 4-1 to Mike Parker. They haven't posted a score for the fourth end, but it looks like, based on the fact that Angelo just threw the first stone, that he scored in the fourth end. On sheet B, they are pushing the rocks. It's Diane Muldowney with the red stones versus John Gibbons, who showed up a little late, with the yellow stones.
Yes.
And they haven't posted the score yet, but it looks like Gibbons has a 4-3 lead, and Gibbons must have scored in the fourth end because his lead, Tony Bocanfusco, is about to throw.
And he's calling the center line guard, so he must have scored. But we don't know how many. And on sheet C, we have Jack Miller against Russo. Right now.
So they've posted the score on sheet A, and Angelo did take one, so he is down 4-2 to Mike Parker starting the fifth end.
And Russo also has a 4-2 lead on sheet C, and they are also in the fifth end. Okay, we got 2 games going the other way, so I'm going to go ahead and switch so that we're looking at the other houses. Now all 3 games are going towards or away from the warm room. Just so everybody gets as much opportunity to watch their shots as possible, we will just leave it on the 3-sheet view.
All right, Jack is calling for Rana to come down and freeze to Giuseppe's shot. That is shot rock on the back 4. Rana's pitched it out a little bit.
So Jack's team is Jack and John Crelly and Rana, and who's the other guy there? John, Mark, playing with him.
Ken Deltano.
Yeah.
Rana's overthrown that, and that's going out the back.
Oops.
So that's a whole other issue.
On sheet B, the call is to split the house. Gibbons is called to split the house. And Tony has thrown this little heavy. Sweepers are off it. And it looks like that one could be going out the back. Well, it's going to stick around and be second shot, so that's not a bad throw.
Oh, okay. Over on sheet C, Russo is calling for the takeout. The sweepers are on it really hard. I think it's maybe a little bit narrow, but it looks like they're holding it. They may be able to get the peel, but it's going to be close.
I think they have their own rock.
Oh, they got their own. Yep, they're going to hit their own rock. They may still get rid of the yellow. Oh, they did get it. They got it.
Oh, they got it.
Yeah.
And now sit 2.
Sitting 2, although it looks like they're on the tee line or behind. So Rana has a double here. Could get the balloon. We have a balloon in place. Whichever team gets a double gets to move the balloon over onto their sheet, and at the end of the night, whoever's got the balloon gets a drink card for the team. Rana's shot is on its way. Looks like she's a little wide.
No, I'm liking this. She's hitting something. She might get both of them.
Yep, there it comes. It's coming back. Looks really nice.
Bang, bang.
There it is. There it is. Move that balloon.
And the lovely and talented Rana Zakin makes the big double there. Arms in the air to celebrate. And she's going for that balloon.
By the way, it's Craig Steffen and Mark Zakin on the microphones, in case you were wondering. And yes, the balloon has made its way over to sheet C.
Spectacular double. We'll be hearing about that one later.
We're live. We're good.
All right.
All right, Diane Maldowney on sheet B is asking for Patrick to hit that yellow stone in the back 8.
One of the tournament organizers here, Sean Main. Sean, you got any comments for the?
He's supposed to read every day.
I'm still
And
trying
walks out of the room. And he just
Relax.
I didn't know.
Sean had to do a little instant subbing, as sometimes happens.
So what the kid do is just
Yes, Jonathan Gibbons was a little bit confused about the start time, so Sean stepped up and actually gave him a lead after 3 ends.
Patrick just
Yeah.
a shade short on seat B of being an excellent freeze to the 2 shot rocks, but came up a little short.
Push the back.
So this is a seated Bonspiel. Anybody who wants to play who's a normal Nutmeg member can sign up. And then Sean and his compatriots actually set up the teams with a goal towards trying to get as many balanced teams as possible to make for the most competitive Bonspiel. There are, I believe, 10 teams, correct?
10 teams.
There are 10 teams, so 40 players on the ice, 2 draws tonight. Oh, there's an inadvertent double. That does not move the balloon.
Corelli took one.
Well, someone did.
Correct.
Yeah.
Corelli took one
Oh,
of
yeah.
one of his and one of
Yeah.
Giuseppe's. Patrick's going to try and run his shot up on seat
Yeah.
B, back into those yellows.
Was not a good trade-off.
That looks pretty good. Sweepers are on it. It's over curling though,
He's going to just split it.
and
Doink.
I think he taps it up to be shot though.
But he is shot.
Sure did.
That's
So
a pretty good shot.
Elizabeth on sheet C is going for the takeout, but she's way narrow. So my guess is she's going to get at best a split appeal, but I think she may end up missing. Oh no, they're going to get the peel. That's fine. She
Update
lost her
on
shot stone, but they're still counting 2.
update on sheet A. Rick Moore just wicked in off one of his own, and now Angelo is sitting at least 2, possibly 3, and Mike Parker.
Angelo yellow.
Angelo's yellow.
Okay, so he's mounting a bit of a comeback on sheet A.
So we're going to see Julie Paz now. Looks like Mike Parker has asked her to throw the double on the stones on the back left in the back 12. And the sweepers are on this pretty hard. I don't know if Julie has thrown enough weight to keep that line. Oh, they're off,
they
so
came off.
they like the wine.
And it looks light from here.
It
Looks
is
like they're
down.
switching to the draw.
They're going to miss the draw, but they may get a wick here. And they do, and they will sit shot. And Julie sprayed those 2 yellows back, probably now being outcounted by both reds. So I think the reds are sitting 1-3
Jonathan
over on sheet
Corelli
A.
just cleans out a Yellowstone. Not sure. I think that was, he went for a takeout and he ended up just peeling. He wanted to sit. So on sheet C, let's see here. The Reds counting 2 on sheet C, but they're kind of on the edges.
On sheet A, Rick Moore has gone for the takeout on the shot rock in the back. Sweepers are on it. Looks like it is going to not clear the guard. And the 2 yellows spray into the house, but Angelo is still sitting shot. I'm sorry, Mike Parker is still sitting shot.
So
Parker.
first
Parker.
skip shot on sheet C, and he's going to try to guard his own stone. Actually, given the broom that Elizabeth has, maybe he's just splitting the house. Or if there's not much curl, he is putting a guard up. Yeah, judging from the weight, he wants the guard, and it's just not much curl.
Over on sheet A, Parker with hammer has asked Julie Pasnow to split the house. And she is a little heavy, so Parker is now going for a tick off his own shot,
Ooh, it's gonna,
which he gets. So
looks like they're all behind the tee line, though.
well, they are all behind the tee line. Parker is still sitting shot on the back 8. And Julie's other stone looks like it is maybe second shot and frozen to a yellow on the back. They're looking at it pretty closely. Parker's looking at it. Rick Moore's looking at it. Angelo's looking at it, trying to figure out what to do next.
So on sheet B, Gibbons is coming up with his first stone without the hammer.
Who got that?
Actually, I think he does have the hammer.
How did you get that?
Gibbons has the hammer. He's down. I don't know. Diane's standing in front of the scoreboard. Hard to see, but this
It's
is the
4-3.
Oh, they're only in the fourth end then.
Yeah, they got to be on the odd number. It's got to be the fifth end. They must not have put a score up.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's 5-3. So
Gibbons is going to make.
he's going to take his own stone
He's
out.
going to take his own style. I don't know what he was trying to do here. Did he throw
Yeah.
the wrong color?
Oh, that
Gibbons-
explains it. Yes. That explains it.
Gibbons threw the wrong color.
He threw a takeout with his stone, but he threw the red stone instead of the yellow stone.
That confused us and him.
Yeah.
The motion's been made. Don't drop him on the ice. I don't care.
All right, Jack's hit on the double
On the way.
coming down the middle is on the way, and it looks like that's curling pretty hard.
They're sweeping really hard. Oh, actually, they're holding it. Nope. He missed. He missed. I think he should have actually thrown the other. Yeah, he just missed.
Jack continues to struggle a bit in this game here. Giuseppe's going to put up a guard in the top 4 and put some pressure on Jack. Maybe freeze to his own rock, looks like.
Giuseppe's happy, I can tell by the way he's sliding and smiling. Any skip who's throwing the guard too is generally a happy skip.
Yeah, I don't think he's thrown a guard, actually. I think he's really called for the freeze here.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Well, the weight looks guardish, but we'll see. Actually, weight looks down. I think they need to go. No, they don't think so. Ah, there they go. Yeah. So just coming across the hog line, slowing down. They're going to get the guard. In fact, it's going to... Oh, yeah. It's doing its job. Only shot Jack has is the draw for 1.
Well, not much room to draw, but he does have a stone on the back to sit on. Over on sheet A, Mike Parker has thrown a big upweight takeout on a stone in the back 8. And it looks like he's going to miss it and get his own stone.
Oh, boy, Diane with a crushing takeout throw. Throws a bomb, but I don't know if she's going to curl too much. She's hitting her own stone. They've swept all the way, but they're just... Oh.
Over on sheet A, a bit of a problem for Parker. He knocked his own stone out and knocked one of his that might have been out counting some of Angelo's a little back. And as a result, Angelo is sitting at least 2, and there's probably a measure for 3 at the moment. So Angelo is looking to
and he's
put up a
going for
guard,
the
it appears.
He doesn't have the hammer, right?
He does not. It looks like he's
He wants
looking
a counting guard kind of thing.
It appears.
All right, Jack trying to salvage his end over here and make sure he gets one. His draw is on the way. It looks a little heavy, but no, they think it's light, actually. They're sweeping hard. Or maybe he's on the guard.
If he advances that guard, he's going to give up a big number.
Yeah, he's on the guard. Ouch.
But his is, where's his going to stay?
Okay. All right, let's look at far C here and see what the count is. Oh, they're already kicking the stones. I can't do it.
Over on sheet A, Angelo is setting up. Looks for a center line guard, or maybe just right of center.
Yeah. And he'll be counting 2 or 3.
He's counting at least 2. That rock needs to curl.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the one sheet we don't have a direct look at.
That one looks, well, I'm standing right by it, and that one looks a little heavier than Angelo liked. He's telling the sweepers not to sweep.
Yeah.
They haven't touched it.
Yeah,
and it's going
through.
all the way in the back. I don't know about through, because it might hit his own. Well, it's counting, but it's on the back. So Angelo is counting 3, but Mike Parker has the hammer.
And a wide open draw.
Well, he's got a wide open draw and a lot of yellow rocks to sit on.
Number 10?
Yeah, so Angelo really missed an opportunity there to come back.
He did. It looks like Parker's going to throw a hit here. I don't know if I like this shot. I know Parker is usually more confident in a hit than a draw, but if he hits and rolls out, he could give up a couple to Angelo.
Oh, here's the situation on sheet B. We're counting 4 yellow stones. Yeah, and so Diane is drawing against 4 yellow. She's got to make this shot. She does have a hit and roll off her own stone to go in there. This could be the game on sheet B right here.
All right, Parker's hit is on the way, and the sweepers are on it right away. They're holding it pretty good. I think he's not going to hit it flush, though. Oh, it looks like it's curling in. And it just gets by, and it does sit shot. So nice hit and stay by Mike Parker. He's pretty happy with himself.
All right,
and that will give him a 5-2 lead at the end of 5.
Yeah, all right, here's Diane's throw is on the way. She has to make it to near the 4 foot to avoid giving up 4. She's got a solid bite. Oh, she's jamming on the yellow.
She's got it.
And she does. Shot. She gets it. Yep. All right.
Great shot.
Wow, that was a beautiful shot to sit 1. And that was the hammer.
Hey, Craig, do you know how to enter the names and post the scores on the scoreboard?
No.
We are still learning the equipment.
That's right. All I know is it is indeed streaming. Yeah, there's another program you have to bring up.
What if you clicked on scoreboards?
Well, okay, maybe I can do the scoreboards here. Why are there only 2 of them? Oh. All right. Let's go back here. Let's see.
What camera are you streaming? Are you on this one right now?
Yeah, because they're all coming this way.
Don't you want? No, are you on this one?
Yeah, right. I want to
on this one.
I want to be on this one. This is the one that's on.
Yeah, okay,
that's what
good.
I want. Now, all 3 skips are. I had put Diane's house up for her last shot. Look at that. We got 6 people walking down the ice.
So recapping the scores, it looks like Gibbons is up 6-4 at the end of 5. Mike Parker is up 5-2 at the end of 5. And Giuseppe Russo is up 5-2 at the end of 5.
So if you look really close in the window on sheet B, you'll see that my lovely wife Tema, brought her menorah tonight and lit 4 candles for the 4th night of Hanukkah. They've already burnt out, though.
Brian Tully going for the hit on
Oh,
sheet
nice,
A.
nice hit and roll on sheet C.
Very
Going to
nice.
slightly overroll, but it's going to be counting just behind the tee line. Came out from behind the guard, so Jack immediately calls to take it out.
And it'll be Ranazakin who still possesses the double balloon.
Going for the takeout here.
It's a little wide.
A little wide.
It's pretty down, so it may come back a bit.
Jonathan sweeping hard to try to induce a little curl.
And
And
may
it's
come
coming
in.
back.
May come in and be shot if they get on it
Yeah.
enough.
Yep. All got 3 brooms hammering away, but they're not going to make it.
No, but it's something they can use
Yeah.
for later.
It's in a good position to be tapped back. And that's
Scott-
actually the shot.
Scott
that,
Funston has just walked in, bringing the fun back into it.
Are you going to spread the flu around the entire club?
I'm going to try and just hang out at my own end.
Yeah. That's too bad. Too late.
You're fine.
You're going to be known as Vector 1.
On sheet A, AJ has thrown an upweight hit. Sweepers have been on it pretty hard. And he's got the hit on nose, and he's going to stick. I don't think he shot, but it's pretty close.
So on sheet C, Russo's going for the tap back. Looks like he's going to get the tap. It's not going to move it much, but it will be shot rock. Yeah, unfortunately, it overcurled and left it visible. So he's 1 and 2 right now. Ended up second, but visible. So Rana possibly getting another double here.
Another opportunity for the double.
Wouldn't move the balloon because she's already got it.
Oh,
Little
they're
narrow.
on it. They're very narrow.
Yep, she's going to be on her own stone.
Now she's going to be on the front red, and that's going to also hit her own stone.
That's all you got to do. Keep it running. I like the way you think.
Ooh,
Win tonight.
a lot
but
of movement.
She moved a lot of stones there.
Yeah, but left red counting too. But both of them are open, so Russo will likely go for a guard here. Yep. He calls the guard to protect shot rock, which is just behind the tee line.
Over on sheet B, John Gibbons is asked for a peel of the center line guard. Gibbons with hammer up 6-4 wants to clear out the front, and he's asked.
Elizabeth throwing the stone.
I don't think so. I think that might be Alexis. That's Alexis Bocanfusco throwing the stone.
Oh,
And she's traded one
you're
of
right.
John's for one of Diane's. So Diane has 3 red stones in front of the house, 1 biting, 1 counting. And she has now asked.
Oops. As you see all the sweepers right in front of the hog line, Russo's team comes up short, and that was Elizabeth, and hogs it. So that leaves Jack with an open take and a roll to be counting.
Over on sheet B, Diane has asked Patrick Hellback to run up the stones, and he is very light. Diane has come out to sweep. I don't think that's going to help very much.
A common sight, however.
And
But they do get a guard out of it.
They do. And I think
Not all
John's going
bad.
to John's going to try
going for the take.
He's going to try and blow stuff up again.
Oh, the other John. John on sheet C has got a straightforward take, wants the roll. Looks like he's going to get a little roll, but not much. Nope. All right, so he is counting, but he's vulnerable. Russo takes a few seconds to decide on the shot, puts down the broom for the takeout, and this
All
is
right.
Elizabeth throwing.
Alexis Bonanfusco with 3 red stones in front of the house to hit.
Oh,
Appears to have pretty much missed them all. She
Yeah, she
actually
moved
knocked.
around.
She actually moved 2 of them up
Yeah.
into the house, and John looks a little dismayed.
Yeah.
So now Diane has 2 red stones counting. She does not have the hammer. She has Jim Kuby to throw though.
Russo's going to get the take, but it's going to be a peel. So he's just going to remove the shot rock, but he's going to lose his shooter. So that gives Jack an opportunity to take out the only red stone in the house and be counting 3. So Jack possibly mounting a bit of a comeback over here on sheet C.
On sheet B, Kubi's stone to try and tap up one of his red stones is on the way. And it looks like it's a little down. Diane is once again running out to try and help sweep it. Again, probably not making much of a difference, but Patrick Hellback is on it pretty fiercely and gets it in there to count as a third counter, all in the front.
And Jack has got it done. He's counting 3 with 3 yellow stones in the house. He does have the hammer, so a pretty decent situation for Jack Miller. Down 5-2 at the moment, but that could change in a hurry here.
Over
a lot
on
of sweeping going on sheet A.
On sheet A, they're basically playing a clean house. The only stone in the house is Angelo's, biting the back 12, almost out. And it's going to be pretty hard for Angelo to mount much offense here. He's asked Rick Moore to put another one in the house, which would put him with 2 counters and the hammer if Rick can get it there. Sweepers are off. Jane Murray now sweeping along with Laurie Caldwell. And they got to work hard to get this into the house. They really need to go here. Angelo's come out to help. They really need to go hard. I think they're going to get a piece, though, but they really need to go.
Yeah, it's coming up short. Coming up short.
It's going to come up short.
But they got stones. They can hide behind that. But I don't think that Mike Parker doesn't take long to decide to get rid of the biter.
Diane has 4 counters on the front 12.
Sheet C, trying to get rid of some of Jack Miller's counters and go for the takeout. They're going to get contact, but does it have enough to get rid of it? Yes, it does. However, Jack could just counter and take the red out. I can't tell. Let's see here. Near C. Let's look at near C. Yes, the red is in far enough that if Jack hits it on the nose, he will be counting 3 again. Let's go back to the 3-sheet view. Diane's piling them in on sheet B, although this is a little bit narrow. It's going to hit the guard. Up there it comes. Nice center line guard. Clogs it up even more.
On sheet A, Mike Parker hit the stone on the back and is now sitting shot on the back.
Jonathan Gibbons got a little bit of a pickle on sheet B.
Yes, he does.
But that would just tighten the game up. So all 3 games could be tightening up in a hurry here.
I think he's asking Henneberry to hit and roll on the inside of one of those stones on the
try to get, and if
12.
he pulls it off, he's got a boatload of things to hide behind. So
I know, just for the off chance.
okay, and Jack's team does get the job done and actually gets a nice guard out of it. So he's got 1 stone in the back 12 guarded and a beautifully split house up out front.
Henneberry's stone is on the way. The sweepers are off. That needs to curl. He's going to get the hit, but I don't know if he's going to get to the inside like he wants to. He does have the hit, though, and he has run the red out. But it's not, that yellow is not counting.
So Diane will probably just hit and roll off of that.
I don't know if she's going to do that or if she's just going to put up another guard in the front.
Yeah.
She might draw into the center. Looks like.
Oh, that's right. She does not have hammer. So, yeah, she.
This is a big shot for Giuseppe. He's got to sit down on that stone in the back 12, where he could give up 4 and give Jack the lead.
And it looks like he's light. They're sweeping hard.
Sweepers are on it very hard.
I think he's curling a lot.
I think he's going to crash on the one on the top.
Yes, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, there. Oh. If they can get it by.
Get it by.
They did just barely, but it's going to be visible. It's going to be visible. So Jack is going to have a chip for 4. Well, this is the biggest shot of the game on sheet C for sure. Jack pulls this off and he takes the lead. Or even if he loses the shooter, he's tied up. So he just has to make sure he gets contact on this stone. He doesn't really need to worry about, getting 4 would be great, but he has to get rid of the shot rock.
Over on sheet B, Diane has decided to play a hit on the yellow on the 12.
Yeah.
And that's really down weight.
Oh, I think that's a guard.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
draw or a guard. It definitely was not a hit.
Oh, and it might be a piggy.
have-
We got 4 brooms, 2 of
We
which
have-
might do something valuable. And we are going to hear the squealing noise. It comes up short.
Let me drink this first and I'll take the first.
That's an unfortunate
That
miss there.
was a big miss for Diane. She was setting up for a, although she's still counting 3, I believe. Take
All
a
right.
look at this house here.
Let's
This is
watch
sheet
the.
B.
Let's
Diane
get on
is-
the. Let's get on the big shot on seat C here.
Okay, there we go.
Jack is.
Jack's got to peel the red out. Oh, they're going hard.
They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. Gotta go.
Oh my. Oh, they got contact. They chipped one of the yellows out. That's fine. They got 3. That's a good thing. We're all tied up on sheet C. Jack Miller against Russo.
Looked like there was some confusion on the sweepers. I don't think Rana knew she was supposed to sweep there.
Oh.
So she's a little upset that she might have blown the hit there.
Yeah, it's all
But,
right. She got 3. They got the contact. That's what they really needed.
That was a big 3, tied the game up.
Yep. All right. So what's happening on sheet B there? Is he drawing in? He should be throwing a draw in.
John is trying to draw. It looks a little heavy. Sweepers are off.
Yeah, looks a little toasty. Looks like we may have a flash, which is really in Diane's favor.
And Kubi is waiting anxiously for that
yes,
stone to
it's
hit the
slowing
tee
down.
line. He's
It's
got to
slowing
go.
down. Yeah, it's going to be counting, but it's going to be vulnerable.
That's a good shot.
Did it bury? Looks like it's half buried.
It's a little more than half buried.
All right, so Diane's got to come down and bump it out or sit on it.
There's a lot of room behind that guard to
Yeah.
get to it.
If she wants to score big, she needs to bump it out. However, she will leave her own stone open.
No, there's enough room to get past that guard and hit that yellow flush. Maybe even get
Okay.
get to the inside of it. There's
And
a lot
bury
of
it.
room.
Yeah.
To do that, I like that better because that was the bell ringing thing was way too easy.
Over on sheet A, it looks like Michael Parker stole one there.
Wait. I have to hang the microphone up just for a second.
Let's have a tiebreak question.
Okay.
All right, Diane's shot is on the way, and it's got a lot of room to curl. It's got to move quite a bit. Kubi putting his hand up.
And it's
That's got to
looking
slow
pretty
down. The
fast.
sweepers are on it now, though, so it may come in. It's got a lot of distance. It's got to
Oh,
curl.
I think we have a flash here.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh my.
Kubi trying to body language this, but
Yeah.
he's not going to
Nope.
get it,
And away it goes.
and it's out the back.
Wow.
So Gibbons now, after an end
Yeah.
that looked like it had some promise, Gibbons now has a draw to the one on the back to take 2 and pretty much ice this game.
Well, that was a big swing. And Diane's not happy. No Skip would be happy after that shot.
You need to watch this video with sound on.
Over on A, Parker with a comfortable 6-2 lead, playing in the 7th. Gibbons' shot is on the way. That looks really good. I think he's thrown what he just threw on the last shot.
I have yet to put the score up on sheet C, but I know it's tied.
Oh, Gibbons is a little heavy. I don't know if he can wick his and cause real damage to himself.
He may only. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
No, they're going to sweep it out.
Whoops. Yeah.
Gibbons still takes 1, though.
Yeah.
So Gibbons has a 7-4 lead at the end of 6.
No, you have no leg to stand on here.
Diane is a crafty curler who's been at it for many years, so she is not out of it yet.
And it's just about time for us to get ready for our game, Craig.
Yes, Mark and I are mortal enemies in the second draw. So we don't know who or if anybody will pick up the mics. So we may have to just leave it playing.
Looks to me like the lovely and talented Rana Zakin is pounding the vodka-infused gummy bears just before she throws here. She took them out of a cup that's attached to the balloon that she still holds for making the big double.
Yeah.
She does like a party, that girl.
And I think well, they're sweeping it. They think it's going to be all right.
I
She up
think
to
she's
here.
got the hit here for sure.
In comes her stone. She's going to actually run the opposing rock stone up.
Oh, that's
and-
not bad.
Yeah, she guarded her own, and she's got shot rock, but it is behind a tee line.
And she opened up a shot at Giuseppe's rock.
Yeah.
Somebody gets the Santa Claus versus the Martian question right.
All right, Craig, I'm going to start to change. I'm going to leave you on your own here. I'll be back after
Okay.
I get ready for our game.
Okay.
They're natural, Mark.
So Mark is going to prepare. Hello.
How are you?
I don't even know our second.
I don't either.
I know.
I know our third.
Uh-huh. The 9 p.m. draw is beginning to assemble as the first draws to an end. Again, I don't know whether somebody will take over the mics, but we will leave the camera on the near houses.
That,
You're like, so Amy, are you looking for another roommate?
So if you go
How would you like to board it?
down Main Street and you turn right on Stratford Avenue, then the first right approach is the
Oh, yeah. Don't do, no, don't kiss each other.
I was just gonna say, what is the name of the angel?
What's the best game to watch? C is tied, you said. Right?
C is tied. They forgot to put the score up.
Okay. That's probably the game to watch right now.
Yeah, it's the closest game. The other two are leaning towards blowouts.
Because the movie from Mexico that I referenced in question 2 is imported. It's called Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, that's
No, I think it was Santa Claus in the movie. I'm like almost positive.
nice sweater there, Phil. I like that. Yeah, turn around.
Dude, that's like a layup. I mean, it's...
Oh, okay, yeah.
So Jonathan Gibbons has a long ways to come back now. Although I take that back. Diane has a long ways to come back. She's down 3, 7-4. Sheet C is all tied up at 5. They have yet to put the score up. Got a Vice who's forgetting his duties.
You know what? We're overthinking this. We're rolling with it. I'm making an executive decision.
Ron Azakin. Yeah, let's see. Let's switch to the other house because now we have 2 teams playing that direction. Oh, now it's 3.
All right.
So this is the 7th in on sheet C, and it's the 7th in on sheet A. I believe it's also the 7th in on sheet B.
The very first year 2 Roads was open, he got cut off at the bar.
Hard to believe. That's shocking. What?
So Elizabeth throwing takeout on sheet C, but she's a little wide. She's going to just chip the back one.
That's never a good sign.
That's the sign.
So Jack takes a few seconds to decide. Let's take a look at Jack's house. Oh, Jack is counting 2. Yep, he's counting 2, and he's going to be throwing in a third one. Probably just put it right on in the 8-foot. He could put it in, but he does risk getting a whole mess of them cleaned out on him. So John Corelli's throw is on the way. Sweepers are on it lightly, so they like it. Looks like he's putting the guard up.
John Gibbons' truck is going to be there that day, so everyone come have a beer with us.
Going to be right on the center line, a little bit high. They should come off of it. They don't want it to drift too far over. That's not bad.
All right, question number one.
So Russo immediately calls for the freeze on Jack Stone, which is just on the button, but the front edge of it is touching the center line. It's just behind the center line, so they can come and freeze on it and be shot. Zakin and I are playing on sheet B, but all three sheets will be busy, so we'll probably wait till all three games are done. Ice will be repebbled after it's cleaned off and re-nipped. Oh, nice shot. Coming down a little bit hot, but he does get, okay, chipped out the yellow. So yellow is still counting 1, but red is 2, 3, and 4. So that's a big shot here for Jack. He needs to guard that back yellow one. So he's calling for the draw. Going to try to put it probably on the biting the 8-foot to protect his counter and make it difficult for them to get in there.
I know, I also have my one pair of festive leggings from last year.
He could also draw in to the right side of the button and be counting 2, but he doesn't want to leave his back one vulnerable, so I think he's going for the guard. Counting guard.
The Krampus 5K, the race for the children. You'll be seeing that tomorrow.
All right, so Mark Zakin is all suited up. He's coming back out. We'll get a few more minutes of lively commentary from Mark before both of us take on the ice.
The most important thing that I see is that the lovely and talented Rana Zakin still possesses the double balloon.
Mark wants that drink card for Rana.
I don't know. Is that what we get? Just what Rana needs is a drink card.
All right, Jack Miller on the way with his shot to guard his counting back Yellowstone. It looks like he may be a little hot. Now, the sweepers are on it, though.
He better guard that shot, because otherwise he's leaving a lot of reds in the house.
Actually, I totally and not or fairly commonly misread the speed from in the warm room.
That's a
Came
problem.
Up short, and it leaves the counting stone vulnerable.
If Giuseppe can get to that and move it, it looks like Giuseppe
4.
could sit 4.
Yeah, I can't tell for sure between the red and yellow out front on the 8-foot, but it looks like red is counting.
Based on the overhead by the camera up here, it looks like Giuseppe will count 4 if he can move that.
Yeah, I want to stay focused on sheet C because that's our closest game.
I think at this point, that's the feature match.
That's right. Is that the hammer over on sheet? No, it's not. 2 more stones on sheet A. This is a big shot right here. If Russo gets a shot, he could come close to slamming the door on Jack.
It's on the way. Sweepers are standing by it.
Yeah, it looks a little wide.
Giuseppe follows it down. It's starting to move now.
With the twisty broom.
And they're on it. They're on it now. Giuseppe has them off.
Oh, yeah.
They're on it again. Oh, he's past the guard. Oh, he's definitely going to hit this.
He's going to hit it. He's going to get rid of it.
He's going to drive it pretty far back.
Yeah.
Oh, a beautiful shot.
Well, Jack has 1 stone left, and he needs to bury it in there.
Well, the good news is that the counting stone is visible. He's got to make a decision about whether he wants to draw it down to it.
Yeah,
or hit it.
The open shot is to come. Well, I don't know how much curl there is because the inside-out curl, shot to sit on it is there, but it may be a little too tight.
I don't think he can make the inside out, to be honest, down weight, because I don't think he can get past the guards that are in the front. Looks like that's what they're talking about.
Yeah,
so it looks like Jack's going to come from the outside.
Yeah, okay. And he's got guards to bury behind because he could just go in behind the yellows and get down to the 4 foot and be counting. But this is definitely a major shot of the game right here again. Jack came roaring back in the last end, but he could give up 4 here if he doesn't make this shot.
He's got to commit to the shot here, because if he's thinking he can be heavy and catch that yellow, he could over curl and miss everything and go out the back. So if he's throwing the draw, he's got to commit to the draw.
Yeah, yep. There's no, this is a skip shot right here. Jack Miller against 4, trying to bury it and stay in the game. He's away. Sweepers are walking along. They're not panicking. Looks like he may be a little wide.
And a little down, I think.
Yeah, he's going to have to curl, so he needs the weight to be down.
It's coming now, and they're on it.
Yep, there they go. Actually, it's looking all right if they can get it there. Yeah, go, go, go. Never off.
They
never
need to
off,
stop.
Never
No.
off.
That's pretty open.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot in terms of the position, in terms of counting, but it's wide open. So the weight was good. It just did not curl enough to hide behind the guards. Seppi has a fairly straightforward hit to score 5. That would pretty much put the game away because there's only one end left. In fact, they might shake.
Giuseppe can actually take the yellow and his red behind it out if he throws up weight, but doesn't look like he's going to throw
All
up
right,
weight.
this is the house on sheet B. This is Jonathan Gibbons is coming down to throw his stone. Let's see, is this the hammer? No, he does not have the hammer. He is counting, so he's going to guard this.
I'd switch back to the
we're
big
go
shot
back
on
over
C.
to sheet C because that is near C, far C. There we go. Oh, actually, that's where I was.
This shot looks pretty good. It's got to curl a little bit, and it's coming now.
Yeah,
They're off it,
Rousseau.
and they're on it.
Oh, no, he hit the guard. Oh, wow. Oh, and he ran one in, but Jack. Oh. So, Jack Miller survives.
Was there a guard there? Or was it burned?
No, he chipped the guard. He chipped the guard.
See if there's a replay on that. I didn't see a guard there.
Instant replay. What happens if I hit instant replay?
Yeah, hit that.
No, I did, but I don't know what to do.
Did you hit it?
I did.
Replay is. Wow, that was a huge miss. Was there a guard there?
No, it just took
It picked. There was no guard there.
Nothing in front of it.
What guard were you talking about?
There was two Yellowstones out front. It hit
On the front? No, but it was way out there. It was way out to the left.
yeah,
And
so-
took a sharp
yeah.
right turn.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
I don't know. I wonder if did somebody kick it back?
I thought maybe somebody kicked it while they were sweeping it.
What's it doing out there? Is it stopped?
No.
Stop.
Not supposed to stop.
Well, that was a huge change there. Jack Miller steals 1, even though Russo was throwing for 5. And sometimes curling is a strange game. So Jack is coming home. Let's let's take a quick.
Oh,
look
and Ken has thrown this way down. It really needs a guard here. They really need to guard it. Corelli's on it. Jack is running out to help, but it looks like it's way short. That's a big miss at this juncture.
All right, here's Diane's shot on sheet B. Looks like she's trying to just draw in the house. She's on the guard.
Picked. I just asked Jack what happened to
Yeah,
Giuseppe's hit, and he says it picked and took off.
So you feel bad when you lose, a big run on a pick, but sometimes it happens. That's why it's traditional for most people, and they're getting ready to throw their shot, to roll the stone on its side and clean the bottom off.
Well, also the sweepers should be cleaning as they sweep down, but that's a
Yeah.
level of curling that I'm not sure any of us are familiar with.
Okay, I need to go back here.
Maybe those guys at the playdowns.
Yeah.
Giuseppe's got a smile on his face.
So he's taking, but he's down 1 with the hammer, so he could easily get the tie.
Maybe Giuseppe should be hitting the vodka gummy bears.
You have a vodka gummy bear? Really? Is he singing the sauce?
Giuseppe turns down the suggestion that he hit the vodka gummy bears.
All right, Mark, wait for the cameras.
And it looks like Ken has thrown a much better shot on his second shot and has put up the guard. Oh, it may run a little deep.
It's going to go in the house.
Oh, no, that's no good. I'm sure Jack's not happy with that.
Yeah, because Seppi will immediately counter and take that out.
He's going to
split the house. Oh, no. What do I know? He's going for the draw underneath his own guard.
He may not be confident that his lead can make this hit, so he's just going to try and put a guard back
Because of the way the teams are constituted, there are a lot of new curlers, even a few greenhorns who haven't even finished the Greenhorn League or just finished the Greenhorn League, which is our beginners league training. And so, they don't have as high a percentage.
That's going to be a pretty decent shot. It's off in the wings, out of trouble. It's counting 2. But Jack does have a gift that Giuseppe left that center stone alone and really should be. I think he's making a mistake here trying to ask Rana to throw another double, but that's what he's going to do.
I think I would be bumping my own yellow up.
I think he needs guards because he ultimately needs to steal 1, and the end is going to be decided by who gets to the 4.
Yes, right.
But he's asked Rana to throw the double, and she's pitched it back across her body, but it might curl enough to do something here. We'll see. Starting to come. I think she may hit something.
I think she's got a flash.
It's close.
Yep.
She's flashing. Also, she doesn't have great confidence in her hits, probably more confidence in her draws. Jack probably asked her to do too much in the 8th end of a close game.
Over on sheet A, let's see now who's throwing. So Michael Parker is up 2, 6-4, but the other guy's got 2, and steal for 2. They could. By the way, is a nutmeg knockout for ties?
It's an excellent question. See if the club, the Bonspiel director is around. I don't see where Sean is, though.
I don't either. Anybody know?
Sean, he's here. Sean's over there.
Brett Bisson.
What's the tie break?
Tie break.
Skip stone.
Nutmeg knockout?
No, not nutmeg knockout. It's always been that. I'd have to talk about and let everybody know beforehand that it would be.
Because we could have a tie on C.
You're the only one who likes nutmeg knockout, Craig.
Yeah.
I like nutmeg knockout.
No, I don't like.
All right, Jack removes a red stone, but leaves his shooter wide open. So Russo immediately calls for the takeout.
Because it's always been skip and draw, I don't feel comfortable changing it without approval. Yeah, I know it's board.
Here's the near C house.
I just need to make the decision.
See the broom right next to the stone. They don't think there's much curl. They're going to chip and roll underneath.
I kind of asked them.
The sweepers are on it hard, so they think it needs a little to be held.
They got this easily.
They got the nose. That's fine.
Well, we can do nutmeg knockout. What do you guys feel like? And they're like, different answers.
Now, does Jack keep playing the hit and roll, or should he draw in on the other side?
Jack missed an opportunity to put up guards early in the end. I think was a big mistake, and now he's chasing.
Yep. Yeah, definitely Russo in the driver's seat. However, Russo was in the driver's seat in the last end.
Well, we didn't get out there until 7:10. So that was part of it too.
Yeah, I was giving people time.
I'm not sure why they haven't shaken on sheet B. Gibbons is up 9-4.
A flash on sheet A, and starting to run out of stones over there.
Speaking of flash,
There's Flash Gordon.
Corelli has just flashed.
Yes. Yep, right through the uprights. Nice field goal. Unlike football, the field goal in curling is well, not a good thing.
Diane asking for the drawdown on sheet B to sit 2 down 9-4. Still puzzled.
He's trying to split his own off center line to open it up.
She wants to sit on the shot rock on the back.
Isn't she like physically out of stones?
I'm going to leave that for the chemistry professor to calculate.
Well,
We lawyers are not great at math, notoriously.
well, this is her 4th stone, and she's. What did you say? She was down 9-4.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's getting close. It's getting close.
Now you start the math.
And we got another flash on sheet C.
Yep.
And Russo says, "I don't want that stone anywhere in the house. It's only going to be friendly to Jack," and sweeps it out the back.
All right, let's see if there's anything worth watching on sheet A. Parker looks like he's sitting 1
Yep.
with a 2-stone lead on the hammer.
Yeah.
And Angelo's down to his first of 2 rocks. So
And it's a very clean house, right? There's one kind of useless guard.
yeah, exactly.
And all right, so Jack calls for the draw underneath. He's got to get something buried to have any chance here. But if he does bury one and forces them to play the run back, he could be back in the game. Jonathan's on the way. The sweepers think it's okay weight-wise. Jack's calm.
That looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's just about the curl, and yeah, here it comes. They got to go. They got to go. Oh boy, they may hit the guard.
No, I think they passed the guard.
I'm calling guard. Oh, you win. Oh no, it tipped it. It ticked the guard. Yeah, that was critical.
It is counting, though.
Yep. Yeah, but not for long. The half-life on this stone approximately 30
I
seconds.
know you're commentating. Do you know if your whole team's here?
Excuse me?
Do you know if your whole team's here?
Do I know if my whole team is here? I don't know who the younger Russo is. There's the younger Russo, so I have her.
Sean.
I have Rick.
I,
And I have Liz Brown. Yes, my team is
do
here.
I have my second?
I'm Mark.
I've never
to meet you.
played with her. Yeah.
I pull teams together. I don't keep track.
Oh, this could fly. Oh, it's going to double, I think. Oh, it could go right through the hole. It does. And Jack is still alive.
Jack, yes.
Jack is, I don't know how many lives Jack has had this game.
Yes. He's playing like a cat.
But he's got another life.
Sarah.
Olszewski?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she is here. Okay. And Malner's here. Yes.
Yeah, oh, Phil isn't here.
No, Phil's right there.
Right there.
I got my team.
Okay, so that's everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, Diana's finally conceded on sheet B.
She ran out of stones, huh?
They are walking the stones down. Angelo is shaking on seat A, so Parker's a winner.
Okay.
John Gibbons is a
Still
winner. And we are left with this riveting conclusion on sheet
Sheet C.
C, and it looks like the lovely and talented Rana Zakin will have locked up whatever she gets for the double. I don't know what that is. But at this point,
A drink card.
At
for the
this
team.
point, that's my primary interest.
Well, Jack could actually split this and be counting 2. Although I think the smart move is to bump his own yellow stone back and put it on the button and be counting.
I think that's what he's going to try to do.
Yeah. Because if you try the split, you could leave both of them. Well, I don't know. I would go for the towel. Okay, here comes sheet A and B in off the ice. Mark's your team here?
Yeah, my team is here. All right, Jack's throw is underway. He's looks to be on the broom. The weight looks pretty good. The sweepers are off. They may go a little bit now. They got to go. They got to go a little bit.
Oh, they should be sweeping.
No, I think they like it.
Okay, they like that. Look at this. Oh, slightly over curl.
Yeah, I think they would have been.
Leave it vulnerable. They needed to sweep a little bit, but that's a decent shot because the front two are angled on each other so that he can't. I mean, what Rousseau is calling for is to go ahead and blow it up and open it up because he does have one more stone. Yes, Rousseau does have the hammer, so he can play to open it up and force Jack to throw a perfect guard.
Russo also has those 2 counters on the left, so if he can get rid of that shot stone, he will win the
Yeah.
game. He is down by 1, so he does need 2 or more to win in this end.
Yeah. And we believe the tiebreaker is a nutmeg knockout. Nutmeg knockout is each team member throws 1 stone, and you get up to 5 points. 1 point for the 12-foot color, 2 points for the 8-foot, 3 points for the 4-foot, and 5 points if you touch the button.
I think there's a good chance if Giuseppe hits this on the outside, hits it fat, that the yellow could spin in and be a second counter.
Yes. He really has to hit this hard on the yellow and spill both stones out. However, the yellow could jam on the reds.
It could jam on the reds, it could jam
Yeah.
on the yellow.
Yeah, so this is a touchy shot, but he has to do it.
And it could double out the yellows, that's the other possibility.
Now, the
Which
other
would take the drink card from the lovely and talented
The other
Ron
shot
Azakian.
would be to come across the face and run his red into the yellow. But I
he's
don't
not
think
gonna do
that's
that.
what he's doing. I think
No,
he's
he's-
going just to split them out.
He's taking very little broom, though. He's throwing
Yeah.
up weight, but I think it's going to move. And the sweepers are on it. It is moving quite a bit.
I think he's going to get it. I think
He's going to get just the
it.
yellow.
Yep, no, he's going to get them both. Watch this. Boom. There they go.
Oh, very nice shot.
Yeah, and he actually left his,
But he did leave the red as a guard for Jack.
yeah. So it actually turned out that he cleared out 2 stones, but he left his own stone up as a guard. So now Jack has to decide. I would just corner freeze on that front guard. Yeah,
Jack-
Corelli's actually calling for the freeze on the yellow one. I don't know about that.
I think both Jack and Corelli like the freeze on the yellow one. I don't
And
like that
I
at
don't
all.
like that. I would definitely be putting one up in front of that red, in front of the
Yeah.
house.
Yep, me too.
Because if he misses a shot, he leaves a straightforward run back for the win. Or if he does freeze, but he's visible, if his angle freezes, he leaves the double for the win.
But
All right,
another possibility is he chips his yellow and
Yeah.
sits 1-2,
Yep.
split apart, and then he
Yep.
would pretty much guarantee at least the playoff.
That would actually be the best outcome for him.
The
with
one
this
thing
shot.
he can't do here is be heavy and miss everything. That he
Or-
can't do.
Or be light.
Well, he could be light because the light would be
Yeah,
a
it's
guard.
true.
Light
He could
wouldn't
be
be
a guard.
terrible. He can't be
Yeah.
heavy. He's
And yet
pretty
he's
wide.
He's calling to come down to it is what the call was.
He is pretty wide and a little heavier than I think he wants to be.
Well, he may go for the split. He should go for the split.
He's coming down to his
Here it
yellow.
comes.
He's
Yeah,
getting
go
the
for
shot.
Split. Go for the split. Yeah, see, he's gonna froze it. He's gonna leave open the double. Yeah, see, I don't like that.
That's why we didn't like it.
Yeah, and then Russo takes about 5 seconds
That's
to
why.
line it up, and he may steal the balloon from Jack and win the game.
That's going to be a big
yes.
disappointment in my house.
So he's
That's
got
gonna
the
be-
chance.
I'll be running out onto the ice quickly if Giuseppe makes this shot.
Okay, we are going to turn the mics over to whoever wants to, like maybe.
I'm not leaving the mic after
Oh,
for
you're
this
playing
shot.
with-
No,
okay.
definitely not. I'm not going anywhere.
All right, I'm going to leave. Oh, they got to do the ice. I'll wait till this shot's over.
I am not happy about this situation at all.
Yeah, well, we both called it. We both, yeah.
No, it was a terrible decision.
I would have put the guard up out front.
Absolutely.
However, skipping from the warm room is always easier from skipping on the ice.
No kidding.
Just like
Right.
making shots is a whole lot easier in the warm room.
Jack did make pretty much the shot he asked for. Giuseppe's
Yeah.
on. His shot's away. Oh, he pitched it
He
out.
pitched it out.
Oh, he pitched it way out.
Jack is going to steal this game.
Oh, he pitched that way out.
Because even if he hits it, it's going to jam.
He's not hitting anything.
Oh, wow.
All right.
And Jack Miller survives.
Wow.
Uses up 8 of his 9 cat lives.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to leave the recording
right.
on. I'm going to leave it on the close houses, and somebody else hopefully will pick up the commentary.
All I can say is party at Ron Azakian's house on the drink card.
Truly rock. It hit. He ended up him like dug right into the ice. Like a piece of sand. Oh, it was incredible. Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna say yes.
I didn't even feel it. I didn't feel like I touched anything.
You were in. See
you in the morning.
Oh, that's some crazy lights.
Oh, sweet curl on Friday? Next Friday? Thanks for your play. It's amazing. I thought this was just a plan Friday.
Where you going? Okay.
I have 2 daughters. My sister just moved to Redondo Beach.
Does that mean you have no family left in Hawaii?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, she's still in
Oh, okay.
So all seniors is going to be.
Okay, so remember the mics are on.
Should we put the mic on?
Yeah, you just put like on the mic.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a sore throat, so I will not shake your hand and share it. Good to see you.
This is the live stream right here, the upper right-hand corner, and it says stream on it. You click quick play to switch to any of the other, either the scoreboard view of all 3 houses, near B, far B, near C. But going back and forth between these at least is usual. And actually, I think we should leave it on this one. Well, this is for If nobody's gonna stay on it, put it on this one because that's the home and the last stand. If you just want to switch between these, and all you do is go quick play on the one you want to bring up here. The mics are live. You can turn them off by just hitting the off button if you want. Somebody else may want to come and commentate.
That's fine. I don't think we're going to stay long. So I heard you say something. Italian.
I'm trying to remember who's on my team. You're on my team. You're on my team. Yeah. Okay, that's why I don't do Fridays. I'm not on.
This is really not like a pizza either. If you're going to be a purist, it should be snacks.
I was like, I think he's good, but I don't know. Yes, so, which is all the literally depends on
It's good that you're aware
So you have to take back the comments on my bad call on the last shot because the call was the guard. It was just heavy. It was a bad shot, not a bad call.
The throw was bad. We both got the throw was bad. Part of it was heavy. Something was bad as how many flies you have. Because you kept
Some of the opportunities they gave you were shots that were so close to perfect.
Yeah, a little bit off. That's right. That last one.
When he's sitting four and I have to throw the button to come down, and I put it right on them. On the
Barely visible, but it was enough. It was enough. It was enough.
And this one was just, partly hit it, partly, but it was just enough that this would.
Very nice and everything.
As soon as you let it go, you called him.
I told him a small part of me was really trying to make that shot. I said, but only a small part. He deserved that.
Look at, I didn't see that. I didn't see the pick itself. I just thought throw
Oh,
it.
by the way,
I don't know what the.
If you want to go on the mics,
Yeah.
maybe after a couple of
Oh, you're you subbing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What are you subbing for? Okay.
He's a professional sub.
Yeah.
I drive across state. You get
Right. When you're here, you want to be out there.
The night before, the morning of, as long as he can get there in time for the game, he's there.
John, what's the deal with that balloon? Is it like I've been trying to cut This year is
Snowy evening. Glad everyone made it. Be careful on the way home. Sorry for the delay. I gave a couple minutes extra for the 7 o'clock people to get here. So, welcome, and get down to the rules. Get you guys out there. Games are 8 ends. If there's a tie, it's a skip rock. With sweeping, no defensive sweeping though. So you can sweep, your team can sweep it, the other team cannot. The leads will flip for, a hammer, and then hand color. There's no hand color. And we do have the double pink balloon.
The balloon is on the edge of the seat right now.
Yes.
It's on C right now, apparently.
Owned by Jack Miller's team.
And inclement weather, if there's any more, we'll let you know.
Last one of anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm just
I didn't want to assume. You're from Connecticut.
Probably took me still isn't that. Curling. Dave Schultz.
Apparently has
Just gonna get, caffeine. Hey, Jane, did they get any more, resin?
Oh, I haven't emailed Heidi. I'll ask her.
Okay. So be careful of everything you say, because we're really.
Well, that was.
What is that for, that camera?
I think no, Michael lives in Windsor. Yeah.
Like I can watch, like,
It's in like over an hour.
Give me a caffeine-free.
She's on usually a bunch of different videos.
Is it the whole game? Is it all 8 ends? Or just,
I don't know what that shirt was that shot
I can actually watch myself cry. So you'll see the pic.
Yeah, you'll see that.
That was something. I didn't know what happened. All of a sudden I thought throwing the stone. That's what I thought happened. Just a draft. We had that.
Well, I think because there's so many teams, they're also using broomstones.
Yeah, you guys were ready.
Because I think they said they had to use broomstones. Yeah, we were like so many teams were using both clubs. Yeah.
I hate that.
I've never played it.
So, the double that I threw at the end, does that count? Because I hit the yellow red.
You gotta have a sign language. You can't hear sweet. Yeah, it's like gigantic. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful.
Definitely, really. No, I think we should get it.
I mean, it's a gorgeous club. I love it there.
Oh, yeah.
Ron's was later, so that happened.
No, mine was 7 stone. I hit the yellow red. That's my first stone. Well,
Which end?
the 8. My 7th stone. My first. I doubled them out, which was a call.
It was a yellow red.
Right. Yeah, and I hit them all up.
Clean them both out.
Oh.
Rule clarification.
I hope you would share it with us.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're, okay.
Which I introduced the trivia scenes. They did that when.
It's like this.
They did that with. Yeah.
There are 2 sheets.
First draw, folks. Well played. Excellent matches all around. We enjoyed watching them in the warm room. Sean will be bringing to your table a series of sheets that have trivia questions on them. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. Excellent question by Julie is the theme of the entire tournament, which is Christmas movies. 21 questions, composed by yours truly, so if there's anything on there you hate, you can blame me.
There will be.
Which is fair.
Is this a phone-free test?
Phone free, yes.
If I see anybody with their phones out while these sheets are on the table, your team is disqualified.
Well, let me go get my phone. I'll show you.
It is completely optional to participate, but what is our prize this year? A drink card for your team, so good luck.
Do we gotta pay a registration?
Don't forget to put your TV on the top.
When does it pay that? Right now?
Why don't we do this?
I mean, Kevin
Because a
Jones.
lot of those clubs,
I think they have a meeting.
Ron, put your phone away.
You've been like curling for a while, and you move to an area. They will kind of give you priority.
Well, that's good, especially somebody like Kevin.
Yeah, you know where. A lot of times your friends is, or somebody knows somebody else. Like,
No, because we're gonna win, this is competitive.
There will be questions you do not know the answer to. I'm like, ah! Jack.
I assume Liz did not pay you?
Maybe you can.
No.
Well, I can find you a magnifying.
Right, yeah.
Might be one.
I gotta remember to tell her. I'll be fine, I'll be good.
If anyone has any questions as to whether or not a movie actually exists, I can tell you I've seen all of these movies.
I didn't know Santa Claus was in 1959.
He did. He was kidnapped.
I don't know any, they don't know Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, is the only one I know. Frank Ross was the main character in what Christmas movie?
Hello to all of you still listening. This is Britt. I am jumping on for the late draw, or at least the first half of it. We are just underway in the 9 o'clock draw of the first round of the Nutmeg Club Challenge. Just to set the stage for you as to who is who, on sheet B we have Mark Zakin's team, and Craig Steffen's team. Craig Steffen is throwing the red, and Mark Zakin is throwing the yellow. On sheet A, we have Scott Funston's team and Maura Kaki's team. Trying to figure out which color is which right now. I think Maura is throwing red. So Maura is throwing red, and Scott is throwing the yellow. So we'll be watching these two games for the next couple of hours. For those of you who are local at Bridgeport, if you're watching this, I know it's snowing outside, but please make an effort to come on down and watch some curling this weekend. We have a lot of teams playing in our club challenge this year, and it's wonderful curling to come down and just watch. We'll be here pretty much all day tomorrow. I think our last draw, we start at 8 a.m. on Saturday, and we're done at 5 p.m., so please feel free to come down and watch some curling. Right now on sheet B, Craig is trying to set a guard dead center. That's primarily because he does not have the hammer in this end. So we'll see how that works out. Let's wander over to sheet A and see what's happening over there. Oh, that's a lovely double takeout on sheet A. Get out of there. Yep, that's a double takeout on sheet A. A very, very nice shot by Red.
I'm glad George didn't come down then.
George?
Yeah.
You were supposed to email. You said to him you would email me.
Yeah, no, I ended up.
Already, huh?
But I did that because Amy Schneider said she couldn't curl.
We have full teams out there, though, don't we?
Amy's here.
Yeah, I know. But
All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
Well, Sean, just a little Christmas miracle.
I'm glad.
Oh, that's a nice hit and roll on A. Takes out the guard by yellow and rolls into the house. So red is now sitting one with rook device rocks over there. Over here on sheet B, let's see what's going on. One in the house. Stone on the way. Oh, some hard sweeping gets that all the way out. I thought that was going to end up in the 12-foot, but it got all the way out. And yellow is sitting one in a what looks like a rock trading race over here on sheet B. Early yet, so we'll see how it pans out.
Wait a minute, where's HR? I want to
Hotel
harassment complaints.
What sexual harassment? Sand and the Ice Cream Bunny is an actual movie.
She says it's a
It sounded
porno.
like a porno.
It is not a pornographic.
You don't know that, do you?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
I've
knows.
seen it.
He's known all
You've
the
seen the
pornos.
porno?
I've seen Sand and the Ice Cream Bunny. I can tell you it is not a pornographic movie.
Just remember that there's spin-offs of a lot of movies.
That's a possibility, yes.
That's my lucky number.
Sorry, guys. I'm responding to the War Room on various things. Testing, testing. Okay, I apologize, guys, if you were watching and not hearing any commentary. It's because my headset cut out. I am back on, I think.
My brother's coming into town.
So we're still in the first end here in the late draw. Again, apologize if I cut out there a little bit before. I was talking and no one could hear me, so. Sheet B, Craig Steffen's last shot. He's trying to make something out of nothing right now. And he succeeds in clearing out the front guard, but he does not get the second one. And yellow is still sitting one. And if they can draw inside of Craig's red, they'll get two to open up with the hammer. Meanwhile, sheet A is 1-0 red. They're coming back in the second end now. So I'm not quite sure when I cut out on the last broadcast, but just to let you guys know, we are here all day tomorrow, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. There'll be curling live at the Nutmeg Curling Club. Tune in or come on down and join us. We'd love to have you come and join us for some curling. The Club Challenge is a very unique event in that we put the teams together, and it's an opportunity for curlers, both new and old, to meet each other and to really play together, and it's fantastic. So, meanwhile, on sheet B, Mark Zakin lines up his last stone. Here comes the hammer. And if he can get inside of the 12-foot stone that Craig Steffen put up, he's going to take two to open the game. Or it's hard to throw a draw right off the bat. I mean, this is first end ice. You would really have no idea. And he just needs to get inside of Craig's stone inside the 12. And it looks like he's got it. Yep. That's going to be 2 yellow on sheet B to start. You can probably hear some sound in the background around me. That's just a lively warm room. All the folks from the 7 o'clock draw are in the warm room now and enjoying some snacks and some trivia. Hey, have you heard that? That's the commentator crunching on a cracker.
I will start soon because it's gonna probably. I think the bubble. It is in a bubble. Probably. You may get back up to that. All right, I'm not using it. Oh yeah, the blockchain is the technology is. It depends on how you speed, what it's worth.
So let me take an opportunity to just thank you for joining us wherever you are tonight. It's a snowy night. Just for posterity's sake, I'd like to report that Angelo has his laptop out during the trivia segment. He is gesturing very vividly that he is done with the trivia and he's actually doing work. Good for him. All right, so back to curling action. Let's check in on sheet A over here. Scott Funston and Morakaki coming home in a second end. And so far, we've just got one stone, red stone in the front of the house. Nothing really developing yet, early yet. They're only on second rocks. Sean Main making the rounds in the warm room, making sure everybody's having a good time. It looks like everybody's having a fantastic time tonight on this snowy Friday night. Club Challenge, always a wonderful event.
Warn everyone I'm going out on the road.
Be safe. On sheet B, we've got a draw. Look at this guy. He doesn't quite tuck in, but he puts himself in a spot where it's going to be, I don't want to say difficult to take him out, but just, you got to be careful. And that's what Craig's thinking about right now. And Craig's going to go to the other side of the ice. There's just a lot of jam chances. You could dislodge your own stone. And this early in an end, is that really what you want to think about doing? So, yellow is already up 2 on B, so you want to be somewhat cautious.
With other cryptocurrencies. So that's what I do, is I buy the Bitcoin, afterward I move the Bitcoin to another exchange, then I trade that so that I can increase the Bitcoin that I have.
Oh, he's going after it, though. I'm looking back at sheet B. Came outside in to make sure he could not wreck his own stone, and all of a sudden, it is 2 red on sheet B, early yet, but still, that's a nice setup. And he confers with his vice. Craig and Don, both very experienced curlers here at Nutmeg. And that's, I think, the wonderful part about the club challenge, is that you bring together curlers who have never curled together, different schedules, different ice times, different league levels. Brings everybody together for an opportunity to just go out there and meet each other and really play with folks you haven't met before. I can tell you, in my first year at Nutmeg, I played the club challenge, and I was lucky enough to play with a very experienced skip and 2 other first-year curlers. It was a wonderful experience. So for in-house bonspiels, I don't know how other clubs do it, but our club really makes an effort to mix up the teams. We want folks who have not had a chance to play with each other to really get together and play. We mix in Christmas trivia because we do it around this time of year. We have the Yule log on the TV. And I'll be off for just 1 second, guys.
I know you're not.
Oh, it's not, and not even went up. Oh, it's like 100%.
Yes, no.
And then it went up to like 40% after I sold it. And I'm like, what am I supposed to get that? That I only made 100%. Oh, Jesus. I only doubled my
Do you want to jump on it and do any commentary? All right, I'm back, folks. Sorry about the momentary lapse. I'm the co-chair of this event, so I'm periodically required to go out and do stuff. So we're hoping to get Sean Main, who is the coordinator of this event, online at some point this evening, so he can tell us a little bit more about the club challenge and give some of his commentary. He's an experienced skip, so it would be great to have his input. That's a better word. But right now he is running around the warm room doing chairman type stuff. By the rock. All right, so let's jump back to action. Sheet B is lively at this point. We have a red rock coming in, and it looks a little bit short. Yellow sitting 1, but red in an interesting position with 2nd and 3rd rocks, so it's not all bad for them. Meanwhile, on sheet A, we have what seems to be setting up to be a very strategic end. Red is up 1 after the first end, so yellow is trying to put itself in position to take a couple here. I'm not quite sure where Scott's going with this. Is he trying to split the house? Because he's got a lot of guards out front, and he could afford to do so. Oh, this whatever he's trying to do, this stone's way too hot. It's going to tick. but it is not going to stick around, I don't think. And out of play it goes, but it does push the yellow behind better cover. Again, it's hard for me to tell from behind the warm room glass how much cover he has. It looks like he may have an outside shot at it. Let's take a look at the cameras. It's hard to tell on the camera, too. So Mora's trying to consider her options right now. What can she do to get that red either exposed or out of there? And I'm not quite sure. Beautiful shot on B. I totally missed that. I apologize. Nice hit and roll on B to roll behind the yellow. And from the naked eye behind the glass, it looks like red is the one. So Skip Mark Zakin's going to go after that and try to knock his yellow straight back into that red. He'd rather have two yellows sitting there than a yellow and a red, and that kind of makes sense. So he's looking at the angles, trying to figure out what's the best way to go about this.
I just switched it to the view of the actual houses they're playing.
Yes, please. Getting some instruction here on the fly, guys, so bear with me. Right, that's what people see.
So what you want to do is when you want to switch to a streaming feed, you just hit quick play and it'll come up here on the right. This is the one that people are watching online. So I'll just go back to the...
I apologize, folks. I'm still learning this technology. I'm a podcaster, so usually all I have to do is talk. So with the video feed, this is a little bit new for me. Again, if you're just joining us, my name is Britt, and I am broadcasting from the Nutmeg Curling Club, where the club challenge is under full way here. This is the second draw, the last of the first round in the A. And we will be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. with the B event next round. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. Interesting development on sheet B. We have kind of a mass of stones here. It looks like yellow is definitely 1, but the red is 2. And just because we are an interactive show, I'm going to give a shout out to Team Simia. They are up in Massachusetts right now representing Nutmeg at the GNCC Playdowns. We hope you guys are doing well. I'll be honest with you guys, doing this takes up 90% of my attention, so if you guys give me an update on your standings, that'd be great. I'd love to shout it out to Nutmeg Nation. And on sheet B, things have changed. And I don't know what's going on sheet B in terms of who's shot. They're both very close. Yellow and red are both sitting over there. Yellow's in the hack. Oh, okay. Update from the GNCC Playdowns. Team Simia, which is Nutmeg's entry into the GNCC Playdowns, has 3 wins and 2 losses. Go get them, guys. Very proud of our guys up there at the country club in Massachusetts for all their efforts. And we thank them. They're tuning in and watching this via remote. They're suggesting they need to win out in order to complete the GNCC championship, and I'm confident they can do it. You guys are a great bunch of curlers. I'm not there, so I don't know what your competition is like, but I know that you guys are fantastic. And the broadcast will continue, but the audio will pause for 1 second because I'm being called for warm room duty. Hold on 1 second, folks.
whichever one it is, and one handle or the other. I asked you a couple of times, and then I just keep riding it until I'll check one is open, it'll be another one that's well, if you don't care, then I'll hold one I want. This is one of the things that doesn't necessarily a lot of times these ones there wasn't yeah, 3 of them, I don't remember exactly numbers.
I'll show you the video sometime.
It'll like trademarks. If one of them's loaded up, they'll all kind of be going up, but some do less than others. But then the other one is kind of inverse to the other three, so the other three. So that's bad. And that one actually dictated what's like even lower.
So yes.
There you go. The room is still working on it. Count of the check marks.
All right, hi guys. I'm sorry for the interruption. It's a very lively war room tonight, and we're doing trivia, Christmas movie trivia, as part of our club challenge. So we're kind of bouncing between that. All right, so back to action on sheet B. Here comes Craig Steffen. This is his first rock, and I'm not sure what he's trying to do here because he's going to end up wiping himself out with this stone. Unless he's just trying to clear the house. Well, he gets the yellow out, and now it's 1 red, but that red is wide open, so I'm not quite sure what he's thinking there. Again, I was distracted, so I might have missed the conversation on that, so I apologize. But yellow is definitely set up to try and force him to draw to save the end. Meanwhile, on sheet A, a nice shot by yellow. It's going to curl towards the 4-foot. And yellow took a couple there, 2 or 3 it looks like. I did not get to see before they started moving stones. I apologize for that too. Again, these events, we don't have a dedicated broadcaster. We are working on the fly. So I will update the sheet A score as soon as humanly possible. But Funston definitely took the points there, and it looked to be at least 2 to my eye before stones were starting to move. So we will see what happens there. All right, so let's go back to sheet B because we're on skip rocks, and this is actually very interesting, these developments. It looks like Mark Sakin's going to go after that red. I mean, there's a really good shot that if he can cross over the front of this red, he can get behind the opponent's guard and be sitting 2 with shot rock relatively covered. So this will be an interesting shot. Let's see what happens here on B. Yeah, we have some war room chatter here about whether or not it's appropriate to distract the shooter just because the individual lost last night. Yeah, quote the words of the skip, it's petty vengeance, but he is just far too fine an individual to do that. Oh, let's see this. It's heavy. I don't know. Well, he's got a lot of room to work with. I mean, if he hits and rolls here, it's not bad. Does he got the red? Does he have it? He's got the red, but it's going to jam on the yellow, and the shooter is going to spill, and this is a worst-case scenario for red because now worst case for yellow. It is now 2 red, with red having hammer right now. Red has a wide-open draw for 3, and literally anywhere in the rings will get red 3. So that's, just one of those shots. Oh, my goodness. It happens. What are you going to do? Meanwhile, sheet A, it turns out yellow took 3 in the second end, so we are going down the other way in a 3-1 game where Funston leads Mora Cocky by 3-1. So back to B. This is a very important draw. Craig Steffen heading towards the hack to do so. And we'll see what makes it here. I just switched the view so that we're seeing B for the final shot.
Well, yeah, it was. Where's Farmville?
Well, I did the best I could.
Oh, it looks like Craig's going to come up short. It does not make the rings, so he'll have to settle for 2, and it is 2-2 tied on B after 2 ends.
You might beat someone else.
3.5. 4 answers.
Yeah, I know.
That
Hey, you
was
better
that
have
was
a good
Miller's
excuse.
I fell more than once.
I thought.
I mean, I couldn't find the house if it was 10 feet in front of me, but hey, take care. Yeah.
I think that's Giuseppe's of his order.
All right, we're going to switch to the far houses now.
You did get a name that's even worse than mine.
Really? Who?
My daughter.
There's a Kathy Russo in the freaking membership dictionary. I swear to God. No. I'm going to keep that answer secret until somebody gets it right. Nope.
We took a lot of wild guesses.
Nope. I'm not saying it's old. All the edges are in. And a half. 2.5.
Right now, 5.5 is winning.
I apologize, guys. I've been cutting off the air just because we've got Christmas trivia going on in the warm room, and it is extremely competitive, and a lot of them are very tough. You know, I'll tease one for those folks who are listening right now, because I do know there's a couple trivia buffs up at the Broomstones camp listening right now. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper here and read you the question if you're curious as to what you're missing. Peter Billingsley played Ralphie in A Christmas Story. Since 2000, he made cameos in 2 different Christmas movies. Name them. I'll give you guys the answer after the 4th end. But meanwhile, back to the action. Sheet B's got a couple of red rocks in the house. It's an interesting start. Yellow has the hammer there, so it's kind of early to tell what we're going to have. But let's go back to Sheet A, where, a nudge and out. And that makes Yellow the 1 stone right now on Sheet A in the 3rd end. Yellow leads right now, but Red has the hammer, and we'll see what happens there. Streaming is new to Nutmeg, for those of you who are tuning in. So if there's anything in particular, we're trying to set up some accounts so you guys can interact with us and work with us on this stuff, because we would really love to be able to take like viewer questions and respond to stuff like that. Shot coming down on Sheet A. Looks like a simple takeout. Sure is. Redstone's going to cruise out of play. We got 1 redstone in the house. I'm working with the angles, trying to get the best angle for you guys to see what's going on. It looks like the best thing to do right now is leave the overall houses on. So right now we're looking.
Hey, Mike. The one on the left is what people see, or the one on the right plays what people see? So make sure I put up the right house.
Sorry, I just couldn't hear you.
This is what they see, or that's what they see? That's what they see. Okay. So I got the wrong house up. I want the switcher houses up.
Okay, there we go. I'm getting some technical instruction around here. Make sure we get the proper stream up. I'm talking about shots, but you may not be able to see them because I may have the wrong camera view up, and I apologize for that. So let's recap where we're at. We got a red stone coming down on sheet B. I'm not sure what they were trying to do on sheet B there, but they ended up with a guard, and there's a lot of room to work. Meanwhile, let's go back to sheet A. Let's see what's going on over there. One red stone in the house. A guard out front, but it's not really providing any cover. And I just got feedback from our folks in Broomstones. Yes, I know. I'm learning how to do this. Work with me here, folks. I'm doing the best I can. I'm learning how to control this. No one has given me a course on this. Like I said, I'm a podcaster. I'm used to audio commentary and audio only. So, sheet A, we're coming down. We're going after that shot rock. Are we going to get by that guard? We are. No, we're not. We are going to impact the guard and roll into the 12-foot. But that I can tell you right now from the angle in the war room, that shot rock is wide open on A. And Skip Scott Funson is not happy with himself. So right now the count on A is 1 red with a yellow in the 12-foot. Meanwhile, on B, we have 2 yellows, one biting the button and one biting the 4-foot, right next to each other with Vice Don Melner in the hack. Let's see what happens here. Craig's doing a lot of pointing. I'm not really quite sure what he's saying here. I mean, I think he's probably calling for the double, and he's just instructing Don on which stone he needs to hit and where to get the double out of this, but we'll see. And now they're just talking about which broom is the best angle to go after this. And here comes the shot. Oh, Don comes out of the hack strong. Plenty of weight on this stone coming down on sheet B. Here it comes. Let's see if we get the result we wanted here. He's going to get one. He's going to bump out the second one. The second one's not going to get it quite out, and yellow is still setting one on sheet B. But red is definitely the second and third rocks. Being called away for more Christmas trivia.
It was only supposed to be this one guy in the audience who's, ticket was got up there, supposed to get the picture.
Well, I guess I made the Christmas trivia a little harder than I thought in the warm room. Oh, look at this on sheet A. There's a chance for a jam, and there is a massive jam. And when everything shakes out, red is sitting 1, yellow is sitting second and third stones. And that leaves Stefan with an interesting call here. He does not have hammer, so he needs to figure out what he's going to do to protect his situation here. Meanwhile, on sheet A, we're still trying to get Sean Main to pop on here and talk to folks a little bit. Sean is very busy in the war room. You might have even actually heard that. You know, it's hard to believe that Sean's busy when he says that while he's picking up his scotch, but, take him at his word. Sheet A, we're going after that red stone, and it's going to hit at a sharp angle. Is it going to go out? It is. It's going to be in play, but out of the rings. Might even be out of the play. Sean May would like everyone to know that he is only on his second scotch in 4 hours. He's a notorious curling club drinker, so but we'll definitely try to get him on at some point, particularly because I'm only supposed to call the first 4 ends of this match, and I'm sure the guys in Broomstones, if they are done with tonight, they would like to hear what's going on down here. And I am not savvy enough to make sure we're switching between specific angles here. I'm just trying to make sure the house is in view that's in play right here. Let's see what we can do here. Let's cut to sheet B's far end real quick. Here comes a yellow stone. I believe it's their second. Or vice. It's their vice. Rick Sheridan is their vice. And he is throwing in what is an interesting looking house. Look at Craig Steffen ready to sweep already. It's like halfway down the ice, Craig. And you can sweep that through, Craig, because that's not hitting anything. Oh my. We don't have a far A? Let's go back to the global view. I apologize. I don't have a camera over far A right now, so I can't really show you exactly what's happening in A, but they are just finishing the end. Mora does not look happy with her shot, so I'm guessing that it did not go the way she wanted it to go. We'll wait for the score to come up. Vice John Corelli is putting up the score. And Red's going to take 2, and we are tied at 3 after 3 ends on sheet A. That allows us to go back to a specific view of sheet B, which I'll do as soon as I can walk back to the computer. Where we've got a Craig Steffen with red is getting ready to get back into the hack. He does not have hammer. This is his first stone getting ready to throw, so there is 2 yellow and a red left to be thrown after this stone. And I don't think Craig's really happy with his situation. It looks like he's going to try to curl in here. I could be wrong on that, but maybe he's trying to block the way. I'm not quite sure. He does not have hammer here, so this would be a steal situation for him if that's what he's thinking. Let's see what he does here.
Close. Okay, good.
Sean Maines just commented that he's pleased all the games are close. He's the guy in charge of putting together teams for this event, so he's very pleased with his output so far. Stone looks like it's light. Vice, Don Malliner out to help. They are trying to get past that. I mean, at worst, they're putting up a guard and making it harder for Yellow and Team Zakin to get in. But, you know, Team Zakin wastes no time in setting a broom and saying, we're going to get right past your guards. Vice Rick Sheridan looks to the skies. I don't know if he's looking for divine intervention or just waving to the camera, but he looked straight up a moment ago. I'm going to stick with far B on the stream for a few minutes while we get this end resolved. Spark wants a little more ice here. He's redirecting the broom for Vice Rick Sheridan. And it looks like he's going to try and draw in. I mean, realistically speaking, there's an outside chance that he could get 3 out of this if things shaped up the right way. But there's definitely a shot for 2 here with the way things are set up. He's got all sorts of backing, and the stone is coming, but it looks heavy to me from the naked eye. Let's see where this guy ends up. And he's going to go right through the 2 reds and out the back of the house, and that is absolutely not what he wanted to do. Maybe the extra ice was a factor. We've had a lot of curl the last couple nights here, more so than we've seen in recent weeks. So I can't blame him for wanting a little more ice, but I think it was probably a little too much ice. So now here comes Craig Steffen with his last stone, and I would imagine he's going to just try and either get something in to count 3, or he's going to try and block access to make it as hard for Mark on his last stone to get in there, or a little bit of both, really. I mean, anything biting the 8-foot is going to be a counting stone for him right now. Good weight on this stone. But the sweepers are going after it. Now they're up. I know you guys can't see that part, but should be coming into camera view here as they come across the hog line. And, ooh, it's looking long. And realistically, what that shot just set up, because it went a little longer, is now Mark Zakin has backing. He can throw as hard as he wants and still get 1 out of this. I mean, otherwise he's giving up 3. There's no real option here. You've got to just try to outcount, but I mean, if you throw a little heavy like he did in the last one, there's a stone right in the way now, and he'll count 1. Update on sheet A. They're on second rocks, and I see 2 stones, yellow stones, in the house in a tie game with yellow holding the hammer. So we'll switch back to a more global view as soon as we're done here on B, as we see after this shot. Mark Zakin comes out of the hack and delivers his stone. Looks about the same weight as the last one. His vice is tapping the ice, saying this is where we want it, talking to the sweepers. The sweepers are just walking with it. No attempt to sweep whatsoever, so it looks like it's got plenty of weight. The question is it going to end up counting? And it is. So it'll take me 1 yellow. A draw by Mr. Zakin with backing to make sure that he does not lose that end. So we're going to switch to the near houses at this point. Because do I have near A? I do. We're going to switch to A over here. Red just delivered a stone and put it right in the center, and yellow successfully takes it out and sticks around. And now Mora is looking at sitting 3 stones. Still plenty of rocks to play yet, but it's a nice start. Again, that game is tied 3-3 after 3. We're in the 4th end on sheet A. Let me just thank anybody who's watching tonight for tuning in on this snowy Friday night. We really appreciate it. Nutmeg Curling Club is just getting its streaming set up, and we really appreciate everyone who's tuning in. While we have kind of a quiet moment, when I say that, but here comes a red stone hot down sheet A, going right after that yellow, and he's going to hit it, but he's not going to get any sort of roll, and he's going to be exposed. So we'll see what they do here. Quick shout out to Team Simia, who I mentioned before is representing us over at the GNCC Playdowns. That's Ed Simia, Dave Bykowski, Larry B., who we affectionately know here as Skinny Larry. So I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, to be honest with you. It's Boucher. I have no idea. He's Skinny Larry to me. Eric Sebastian, Craig Doucette, and our coach Jeff Hannon. Thank you guys for representing Nutmeg so strongly up at those events. And for tuning in. I mean, they're texting me and telling me everything I'm doing wrong, so they must be watching. It's better off than I would be. I mean, I know the GNCC Playdowns are no joke. It's not a fun and casual bonspiel, but if I were off the ice at this point, I'd probably be drinking. So we're still on sheet A. Here comes another red-hot rock. He's going to hit, and this time he is going to roll. He's going to roll a little more to get than he wanted to. So he is not going to be under cover. I think yellow is probably going to be able to go after that. And, yep, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Yellow looking to steal here on sheet A. Let's cut over to sheet B really quick. This is what the setup looks like now, so you just know you're not missing anything. Yellow with guards out front, but nothing in the house right now. Let's move back to near A. Yellow coming down, going after that red stone, and he is just going to nick it, and he's going to lose his shooter. But he's still sitting 2, and that's not bad. This is probably my last end on the broadcast, so we will keep the stream running, but there may not be commentary going forward, and I'll try to have somebody on top of this. We have a couple inches of snow outside, and I want to make sure I make it home safely. So right now you're looking at sheet A because they're getting down to skip rocks right now. Maura's talking to her vice, John Corelli. John is subbing in tonight for the ill Dave Schultz. Dave, get better. We'd love to see you this weekend. Let's see what they're trying to call here. Looks like Maura, who I believe is throwing, trying to see what color she's throwing down the far end. There's a sweeper standing right in my way. He's not even involved in this play. Get out of the way. It looks like a draw for Maura. She is throwing red. I apologize. She is throwing red. It looks like she's trying to outdraw right now, or maybe even come down to that yellow. Rock is hot. She might be takeout weight here. Here it's coming into view right now. Slowing down a bit, but it still looks really hot. And it's going to hit, and it's going to stick around, so. Meanwhile, over on sheet B, this is what we're looking at. Yellow trying to tap up here, I think, or maybe draw past. They're going to hit, split, which is not a bad result either. I think we're on second rocks over there, so we will definitely come back to them. All right, so back to sheet A, where we are on skip rocks. This is Scott Funston's first rock, and I believe he does have hammer. So this is his first rock. So Maura has one more with red, and Scott has 2 to throw, counting this one. And it looks like he's going to try and clear out that red and try to be positioning himself to have 2 and force Maura to either park on him or to hit him out. Interesting development on sheet B. Let's cut over there real quick. Just nudged the red and the yellow over. It looks to the naked eye like the red is counting, but it's very close. So we'll come back to that in a second. Oh, there's the takeout. And is it going to stick around? No. Is it out of play, though? One of the players just motioned for it to go out of play, but I don't think it is. I think it's sitting on that line, and that's going to, provide backing later. So here comes red on sheet A with its last rock. Very lively war room. So if you're hearing chatter in the back, it's just that we have a lot of curlers hanging around tonight. It's very nice. It's nice to have some activity in the war room, which we usually do, but I think the Christmas spirit is in full effect here at Nutmeg right now. Cut over to B really quick. Redstone coming in. Looks like he's trying to hit and roll here. He's got the hit, and the roll goes a little further than he wanted, but he is still going to be second shot there. Cut back to A really quick. Or Cocky getting ready to deliver her last stone as red for the fourth end. Looks like they're trying to draw just to try to tuck in there and make it very difficult for yellow to get to 2 points on this end. Maybe it's just me, but it looks like the rocks coming off A and B are really hot. Sweeper's sweeping, then they come up. Oh, it's a hit. She was going hit and roll, and she's got the hit. She's rolling in. And she is sitting in the outer forefoot on the back half of the ice, and there's really nothing you can do other than draw here and take your one. I mean, unless you want to blank the end. I mean, either way, that's a great shot. That really put him in a bad spot. Meanwhile, over on sheet B, this is what we're looking at. Team Stefan trying to figure out how to maximize these 2 stones sitting. While he thinks about it, we're gonna cut back to sheet A because Skip Scott Funston is in the hack and he is delivering the stone. Stone looks a little hot, but that may be because he's going right after that red stone. Sweeper's walking with it, motioning that it's hot. Let's see where it goes, and it's gonna just nick the red, and he is gonna try and blank the end. So we have a blank end on A for the fourth. Let's see what's going on over here on sheet B. Here comes a red stone in. What's he trying to do? Is he guarding here? Is he trying to guard the promote? It's probably a good play right now because that promote is really easy right there. Now it's not. And he's sitting 2, and he has hammer. Skip Craig Stefan joking around with his vice Don Malner off camera. What do we have left on sheet B? Well, that was first rock by red. Trying to get a red count on stones here. Let's see if we can switch over and see. No, I can't see. Skip Mark Zakin is trying to evaluate his options here, and it looks like he's considering a long promote with that yellow way out front. He's got to figure out a way to get in there, otherwise he's going to give up 2 here. In a best scenario, he's going to give up 2 if he doesn't get in there. And the reality is there's still room on the 8-foot on what would be, from the camera's angle, the top side. And anything even touching 8 is going to count for red. And he clearly thinks he can't bury there, so he's going to go and try to do this promote, it looks like.
So then you take a team from another division and knock them down.
Let's see what he does. He's in the hack right now, which you really can't see because I don't have the right angle up. There it is. He's sliding out. Let's cut back to near B. It's got really good weight. This is good promote weight. I don't know about the line. He's calling sweepers up. Here's the tap. The angle is not what he wanted it to be, so it's going to go into the 12-foot, and it is not going to count. And now Craig Stefan sees a pathway right to the button. He's going to try and go right in between those 2 yellows, draw into the button, and really kind of drop the hammer here. I mean, if he puts it into the 8-foot, if he puts it into the front 8, he'd be guarding, in a sense, and sitting 3. So it really depends on where this stone ends up. That's presuming he gets through the port. Where his stone ends up matters. Thank you again for everybody who's tuning in tonight. We really appreciate your support. Nutmeg Curling is upgrading our facilities here to be able to stream more and more events, and we're learning more and more about the ability to stream out there. So we're glad you could join us tonight. Mr. Steffen's rock is coming down the ice. Looks like it's got good weight. Vice Don Malner is squatting in such a way that he's really trying to judge the line, and it looks like it's going to get right through that port, but it is not going to get into the rings, which might have been what he wanted to do. He might have just wanted to cut off that access, which is fine. Not only does that cut off the draw, but it cuts off any sort of desperate promote attempt on the yellow out front. So the question becomes, what do you do now if you're Mark Zakin? You've got one rock left, you don't have hammer, and you're giving up 2 right now. So what do you look at doing here? And the answer is angle promote. Oh my goodness, an angle promote. Oh, event organizer Sean Main is attempting to come in here. He's taking off his Christmas hat and putting on the headset. Say something, Sean. I don't know if your headset's on.
Is it on?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we can hear Sean. So welcome Sean to the broadcast. Sean Main's an experienced skip here at Nutmeg and probably his 12th or 13th year, and he's got a direct line on the Sheet B action. So, Sheet B, this is an angle promote from my perspective, Sean. What do you think?
I agree. I think he's going for the angle promote. The other shot would have been the hit and roll off his own on the outside.
What do you think about coming in from the top side and just trying to get inside the 8-foot?
Oh, he's going to
really
miss.
light.
He's going to miss. He's going to be too far on the inside of that top guard that he was trying to promote.
All right, so Sean, you have a better angle than I do right now. From my perspective, all Craig Steffen needs to do is go to the right side of the sheet, which is top side on the stream, and just draw into the 8-foot. What is he doing on this side? Because there's a port there? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, it's less on the outside of the house. To
more reliable.
Yeah, it's more reliable. He has more room definitely to the other side. I don't know. I haven't been watching, so I don't know how it's curling.
It's running pretty straight on Sheet B right now, a foot or 2.
Okay.
I think it's still kind of working its way in, but I mean, that port is definitely there. But he doesn't really need to bury. He just needs to get. If he gets inside the 8-foot, he's got 3.
Yes. It's not a question of right now it's a question of where have they been throwing?
Well, they've been down that side like crazy. I know you've been very busy in the war room. You haven't seen much. They've been down that side like crazy.
Then definitely he probably thinks he knows that side a lot better. It looks like he's thrown way too heavy for this.
Stone's coming into view right now, folks.
Yep.
It's slowing down. Is it going to stick?
And it is heavy.
But is it counting?
Oh, actually, it might be. Let's see.
No,
it
that
is not.
front stone is definitely out counting it. So it's going to be 2 red on
two
Sheet
red.
B, which makes the score 4-2 or 4-3, Steffen over Zakin. Let's cut back to Sheet A. Can I? I can't because that's the one sheet that does not have a far camera. So I'm giving you the overview. Sean Main's got a better view on it than I do, though.
Hit
Sean
and roll
Main,
in
what's
the
the
end.
situation on A?
Just tried to hit and roll to the inside. He stayed in to be counting 4.
So where are we at with rocks left? I mean, let's set this end up because I have been on B for this entire time.
Yellow has 4 rocks left, and red has 3.
So we're on Vice rocks right now on Sheet A.
Yep, with yellow having hammer. It looks like he is trying to open it up a little bit more, get rid of that center red.
Whole side of the house is open right now.
Yes, but with the hammer, he does not want to just say he's going to draw in.
Oh, not right now, that's for sure. Look at this.
He is
click,
getting,
click, click.
Yep, he only got rid of 1, though.
That front red's under cover now nicely.
Yep.
I can see about a half of it.
And red is just going to put up another guard.
Why wouldn't you? You've got the house under control right now.
Definitely not the, yeah, that's definitely the right answer right there. We have no questions about that. And it's just an off-center guard there. Funston is now deciding if he needs to try to start thinking about just drawing or to still try to take. And he will still try to take.
You know what? While we have a quiet moment, we're kind of just watching the action on sheet A, and we're waiting for this shot to develop. Sean, tell the folks who are watching a little bit more about the Golden Handle tournament, which is coming up in January. You've played in this a couple of years. Tell folks about our Golden Handle tournament and what they can expect.
Well, our Golden Handle tournament is now back to a true mixed tournament. And that was a good shot. It opened it up a bit. I like that turnout. The way it was looking before was not conducive to Mr. Funston's trying to get two. Now they have a reasonable
They got a lot of guards
shot.
out front.
They do still, but it is definitely better than it was.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But our Golden Handle is now back to a true mixed.
And there are still
which
spots
means,
available, folks.
Which means, no, I think it might be done now. We have 12 teams.
Oh, are we? Oh, that's fantastic. Well, then they can look forward to listening to it and watching it on the live stream like they are right now.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's a true mix, which means that each position has to alternate between a female and a male. So if you have a male skip, you have a female vice, a male second, and a female lead, or female skip, male vice, female second, and male lead.
So we're gonna cut over to sheet B really quick just to update folks. They're on the far end of the ice. Red is setting one right now and throwing. I believe they're on second rocks. Maybe still no. Yeah, second rocks. Sean, what do you see on sheet B?
Let's see. Who has...
Yellow's got the hammer.
Yellow's got the hammer, so they're not, their yellow stone is not sitting where they'd like it right about now.
Now, Mark Sagan likes promotes a lot, so that stone's in a really good spot for him.
I would think about splitting that stone. Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying right now, but I mean that's not. He likes that stone where it's sitting at the moment.
I would like to split that stone right now.
And it looks like that's what he's trying to do. Stone's coming into view right now, folks. Here it comes over the hog line. Let's see what he's trying to do with this guy.
It looks like it's going to just tap it back, and he will be sitting one.
Oh, a promote like I called, huh? I got one right. It's nice once in a while.
Not sure if he was calling the split or the promote, but Stefan is going for the... I don't know if he's trying to run back that stone.
That's a risky run back, isn't it?
If you leave your guard and run it back and get the double, you know, I mean...
But there's a jam possibility. Your own stone's back there.
Yeah, there is, but you got to consider all possibilities here. I mean, he could have been just trying to take out the guard.
We're on skip rocks on A, so we're going to switch the camera angle back to A really quick. Sean, again, we don't have a direct angle on A, so tell us what you're seeing on A, please.
Let me walk down to A, and I will let you know.
God bless wireless headphones.
I am seeing that he is trying a shot to run the red back, or just take out the lead red stone.
What's the situation in the house right now? Is it one red?
It is 2-3 red, actually.
Okay, here comes the stone into view.
Oh, he's going to pick his own guard and run it through. My thing would have been to run my Yellowstone back. That shot did not help him much.
And here comes Red's last rock, right? Next is Red's last rock up?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And again, I apologize. We do not have a direct camera angle over A's far house yet. We're working on that. So this angle you're seeing right now, which kind of encompasses all 3 sheets, is the best angle we can give you right now on sheet A. Which for a kind of open house right now isn't bad. Sean's going to be able to tell us exactly what's sitting where. So it looks like we have 2 reds sitting.
We have 3 red, actually counting.
Oh, okay. Oh, near double on sheet B. I wanted to cut to B there, but I'm in the middle of trying to make sure A gets some attention here. So what's the call here on A, Sean?
I believe that Mora is trying to just guard, because from my angle here, I can see 3/4 of that shot rock. So I believe she is trying to guard that shot rock.
Nice.
She must know that side better than the other side, because from the angle I would try to go from the other side to guard that rock, but she must know the ice on that side better.
Watching sheet B as much as we have.
It looks like this is going to be heavy.
Might be a tap?
Oh, no, it's not. It's not heavy. No. It's a little bit, but it'll work.
I mean, we've been watching sheet B a lot because that's where a lot of the tighter ends have been. So we haven't been watching sheet A as much. So they may have come down that side a great deal.
So with the shot she just threw, it was fine. She is now in the top 4. Even if he knows that, he will not be counting.
Cutting to sheet B really quick. Here comes a shot from Red trying to promote and take out, and he gets 1 but not 2. Wow. All right, back to sheet A and Sean. They're trying to figure out how
they're
go about
discussing a shot here. It looks like they might be trying to take away both shots that are hitting the 4-foot, but
which is a goal in this tournament because we do offer drink cards for folks who get doubles.
Yeah, but I would not suggest that for this shot, just because I think to hit that shot that he wants, he's gonna roll right out of the house and give
it's
them
gonna be hard
2.
To stick around.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to stick around. I think it's gonna be very difficult with the angle that he needs to hit this to get that double.
All right, sheet A's stone is on its way.
He looks like he's wide.
Let's see where it goes. Here it comes into view. And he skirts his guard and moves stones around, but not really to an effect. What's the count?
He gave up 3.
3? So, and that was the last
3.
stone.
Was it? Oh, the red one in the back one out?
Well, they had a biter of yellow and a biter of red.
So that's a steal of 3 for Red, and that would make the score 6-3 Red.
Oh, nope, it was 4.
4?
It was
My
4.
apologies. A steal of 4 points on sheet A, and Mora goes up 7-3 on Scott Funston.
Yeah, my shot would have been to just limit the damage and hit that top red one square on and just give up the 1.
So we're shifting to sheet B now in our coverage, and there's a lot of yellow in the house right now.
Dave Schultz is not here, right?
No, Corelli is subbing for him.
And he's all warmed up.
Yeah. But, yeah.
What's up, Chuck?
4 big ones. Just don't give them back.
Heidi's the master of it.
With you.
But anybody who's got
It might also be unlocked, in which
buy
case,
one from 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
if it's unlocked, me or Sean.
Okay.
And Giuseppe's going to check that for you right now. And for those of you who just heard that, Giuseppe's going to check that right now. And it's locked, so.
Is it the key somewhere where you can get at it?
Let's see what's going on.
I just heard you drinking.
Ah!
like a Coke commercial.
I am drinking Coke, so I am promoting Coke right now. So
You heard about 30 seconds ago with Sean Main enjoying a drink. We have very sensitive mics here. Thank you to our folks who contributed to this. Barbara Manticade put forth most of the money for this in honor of our dearly departed curler Mickey. Anyway, Sheet B, Redstone, coming here from Craig Steffen. Whoa, is that weight?
and wide.
And wide, it's going to come into view in a moment.
If he hits it.
Oh, he hit the guard and moved the guard over. Yellow continues to count 3 with the hammer. And right now the score is people in the way. Get out of the way. 4-3 red. So yellow could really make a splash here.
That call, I mean, same with on A, the calls for the hits like that. With the score so close, I don't know. It's a risky move. I'd rather just play it safe and even just give up one just to keep it close and give your team a chance. I mean, you give a miss like this and you're giving up a big end, and those can be the end of the game pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. Here comes yellow delivering on sheet B. They're already sitting 3, so they're probably just trying to guard here.
I would definitely say guard, yes.
They're sweeping like crazy. It's not in view yet. And here comes the Vice out to help with the sweep.
With that high of a guard, there is a possibility to still come around and cut this down. So,
Sean, you're right behind the sheet, and I am not. Can you see that rock?
You cannot, but you can definitely curl around to sit on top of it to score 1.
You can't see that rock in the 4-foot from your angle?
Not behind the guard, no.
Wow, okay, that's a great shot then.
I still stay with how high it is. You have plenty of room to come around and sit on top of it.
I'm going to cut over to sheet A really quick just to show you what's going on. And there isn't a whole lot going on in the house. It is a 7-3 lead for Mora over Scott and Yellow. So there's really not much going on over there yet. Let's cut back to sheet B. Here is the near side. Here comes Craig Steffen delivering his rock, and he slides out.
And they're running after it, so that's not a good sign. It seems like it's heavy and wide, so it looks like it's going to go right through.
You know, on a shot like this, you can be heavy, but you can't be wide.
No.
Oh, my.
It will cut it down, maybe.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's into the back 12. So.
Yep. So it will be a 3 or 4 for Mark Staken.
I won't cut to near B here with, Mr. Steffen cursing up a storm right now. He's got a wide open draw for 4.
Well,
and that would blow this game wide open to 7-4 if he hits it.
It is a frustrating shot when you know you can make a draw and don't make it for your team. It does become very frustrating, but
you wouldn't know anything about that, Sean, though. You've hit all your draws.
Oh yeah.
So this is not a really tough decision for Team Zakin. I'm going to cut to the near B camera and then cut back to the far B. He's just got to draw, and he's just got to get in there and out-count, and he's in great shape.
Biting 8 will score him a point.
So here comes the shot.
It looks a little wide.
But he's got room for error.
He's got room for error, definitely, as long as they... and it's cutting back a lot.
They're sweeping heavy.
Looks like it's going to be close. It's going to be close.
He just needs to be in the house, really.
He's going to be close, and he got it.
Come up. And it's 4 yellow on sheet B, and that's going to make the score 7-4. Zakin will lead Stefan going into the 6th end. Wow. Meanwhile, sheet A, here's what we're looking at. We're looking at 3 yellow total. We're on Vice Rocks right now. Yellow is down. What's the score on that sheet, Sean?
The score on A?
Yeah.
I believe it is 7-3.
In favor of red.
In favor of red, yes.
So yellow could really use a big end here, but red's coming strong and heavy right now.
Up 4. Eliminate rocks.
And it rolls out. You don't want to leave anything for them to work with. So, folks, just so you know, I am going to probably have to cut out after this current end on sheet A. Wah, wah, wah. But we will definitely have the stream up. It's just I don't know who will have commentating. Maybe I can coax one of our other experienced players. Maybe Jack Miller would love to jump on here. Jack Miller will jump in and give it a shot. Come have a seat, Jack. I will show you. I will show Jack the controls before we go. The more people who know how to use this, the better off we are. Right now, we are showing sheet A on the near side, where it looks like 2 yellow counting right now, and we have Sean Main directly behind that sheet.
Way behind in the kitchen.
Everyone's a genius in the warm room, Sean. But we're on Vice Rocks. Here comes Red's second Vice. And they're eliminating rocks. I mean, what can you say? Yellow's got to get rocks in the house. I mean, they can't take 1 or 2 here and expect to compete. They're down 7-3, right?
I mean, you still have 3 ends to go. You need to start chipping away. You don't want to. You start putting everything in the house. They're gonna take everything out. So you need guards to help you set up your end.
Well, on near I do. Near but not far. So is it panic time yet, Sean?
It's not panic time, but you definitely need to take your 2 here. You know, if you get more than 2, that's great, but you really want to take your 2. And it's you got 2 in the house. Nothing guarding them, but you got 2 in the house. So you know, right now
Let's cut over to sheet B, really quick, and show folks what's going on there. Just click quick play, and all of a sudden, boom, that's what's showing on the screen. So we're coming home on sheet B. It looks like there's 1 red in the house. There might be a guy who's biting, but it's hard to tell. It's all going to change on this rock yet. Here comes yellow. And he's got to knock out a red, and now it's definitely 1 yellow. Sean, I can't hear you. Oh, you don't have the headset on. That's why. Okay. Technical difficulties, everybody. Sean Main, just so you know, is the coordinator of this event here at Nutmeg every year. So he has 75,000 different duties going on at once. The fact that we even got him on the headset for like 15 minutes is a modern miracle. Hey, Sean. Because you had to finish this. Now what? Now to start. Keep your headset over here to Jack so we can get used to it.
There we go.
Nope, he's back on the headset.
Sorry, yes, I had to take a break to try to figure out how to work the new oven that we have here.
You know what? There's a lot of new stuff going on here at Nutmeg. We got the new oven, that cooks food way faster than we're used to. We've got the new streaming we're learning how to do. It's just there's a lot going on here. It's a great time to be a Nutmeg member. Let's cut over to Sheet A right now.
Almost got the double. Almost got the double.
Where they almost had a double. And right now it looks like one yellow, but it's still early in the end. Where are we at on Sheet A, Sean?
Well, actually, we're not that early. It is now first skip rocks.
Oh, we're on skip rocks. Let's stick with A for a minute then, because B is still a developing sixth ender. So we'll stick here for a second. See what's going on A. So it looks like we got. You can't see the stone right now because the broom holder is standing right in front of it, but there's a yellow stone right behind Bill, who's standing in the house. So it looks like it's a one yellow count right now. But again, yellow's down big. Yellow needs a couple stones here. You really can't afford to give back the hammer and not get at least two.
Well, they're still set up for two. So he just has to make sure that he is the second counter in there. He wants to go right next to that red stone to try to help prevent a straight take.
And here comes the stone. How's it look?
I'm far back again because I'm trying to work the oven, but it looks like it's a little heavy and it's gonna go right through the house.
Oh, that's a bad break for Team Funston.
You get that adrenaline going. It's easy to throw it through.
So let's cut over to Sheet B just really quick and update you what's going on there. We have a lot of stones in play on Sheet B. It's not that we're deep into the end. We're just up to Vice Rocks here at this point. And first Vice Rock from what I can tell. But Mark Sakin's going to take a look at it because it's a pretty crowded house right now. It's a little wild over here on Sheet B. So we're going to cut back to Sheet A, though, because Mora's skating down the ice and getting ready to throw her first shot. Or is this her second?
This is a simple decision for her. She's going to take out that yellow stone.
Is this her first or second shot, though? From where you're standing, can you tell?
I believe it's her first.
Okay, so she's got, I mean, this is like not do or die. She's got opportunities after this. So let's see where this
Actually, no,
goes.
this would be her second. This should be her second.
Go to the wide view until she delivers. She releases. We cut to the near A view. Stone looks got
wide.
good weight.
Looks wide though.
Is it gonna catch a piece?
It's coming. It's got it.
And it catches a piece and takes out the yellow stone. Nice shot by Mora. Maybe not exactly what she wanted, but it got the job done. And now red only has the biter on the outside. Let's cut over to Sheet B and just update folks. There's just a lot of stones on Sheet B. We're still on Vice Rocks over here. Don Malner, red Vice, is getting ready to throw. What is it? What's going on in Sheet B? Yellow looks like it's sitting 2. So it looks like Don, and that yellow, that center one he's right next to, it looks like he's probably got a line on it. It looks somewhat covered, but...
And Funston just missed the take to blank the end, so he's now going to give up 1.
So we give up 1 on Sheet A. Red steals 1 to go up 8-3 after a miss by Scott Funston. He is not happy with himself down the other end of the ice. Meanwhile, on Sheet B... Oh, he got it! He nudged his own stone and still got the yellow out of there, which makes it at least 1 red. Well, it's 1 red, but that yellow's on the outside there. Be sticking with you guys through the end of this end on Sheet B, and I'm going to hand over to Jack Miller, who's going to bring you guys home. Because I need to go home. I got to be back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Wait, does that mean I have to be here at 7 a.m.?
Well, someone's got to open the door. Once the door's open, I'm fine. Unless you want to give me your key. And there goes the red stone out, and that's going to make the count 1 red with 2 other reds still counting, not counting in the house.
1 yellow.
Yeah, 1 yellow, and yellow's still up 7-4 on B. feels like Craig Steffen's going into lead protect mode because, you know, it's sixth end. Jack, what do you think?
Well, no, Craig is red, and he's down.
Oh, Craig is red and Craig is
So
down.
he's got a hit to sit 3.
If he hits this, he's going after this yellow stone on the outside. If he hits this and sits, he's got 3. This is not obviously the hammer. We're still on Vice Rocks, but he's definitely trying to set up at least a 2 or 3 point end here. Get himself back
Looks
in
like
the game.
it'll be a hit and roll out.
Yep, he did not stick around. What is this?
Is that yours?
Yeah.
All right, I am now back from snack patrol.
For the moment. So, Sean, are you playing in the Golden Handle this year?
I am.
You are? Okay, so you will not be able to broadcast partner with me a little bit.
You never know when I'm not playing. But this year, again, we got cut off before, but it's 12 teams. There will be a round robin this year, and last year there was. People seem to like it, so we're going to do that again.
I definitely think that is.
Instead of a straight, first, second, third, fourth, fifth event draws, we're doing the round robin to determine the placement of the events.
Right. Just to cut really quick, Mark Zakin's getting in the hack right now on sheet B. It looks like he's going to go after that red stone and try to make sure he can't get more than 2 here. So, and when I hand off the microphone, I'll be handing off the microphone to Jack Miller, who is the Golden Hander coordinator, so he can talk a little bit more about that unique round robin format that we use in that particular tournament. And Zakin is going to miss. Unfortunate. I don't think it just did not curl as much as he wanted it to, and it puts Stefan in an interesting situation to try and claw back into this match. And they're going to discuss that. Meanwhile, let's cut over to the overhead view so you can see sheet A is a pretty much wide open house right now.
Just do your job, Ryan. That's all you can do.
So sheet A is still a developing situation in what is the 7th end over there, with red up 8-3.
So Mora got rid of the yellow rock but left her stone as still a corner guard, so it's something that they can use for yellow.
All right, so we'll check back on yellow in a second. We're back on sheet B now, where Craig Stefan is going into the hack for his first rock with hammer this end, looking to claw back in. He is currently down 7-4. But currently sitting 2 stones. Craig's draw looks like it's on its way, but his vice is waving like he wants it to curl.
It is starting to curl.
I've heard the word hot tossed around the warm room. It's not hot, but it's going to click. And that's not all bad. I mean, if I'm Zakin, I'm going after that outside stone and trying to roll in, but
definitely
Mark just missed a takeout shot that he had, so it's not a guarantee that it hits us particularly far out here. I haven't seen a whole lot of stones out here, which in an end previous we talked about how they avoided going out here because they did not know the ice. So this is an interesting shot. We're going to stick on sheet B.
I think this is more of a limiting him to 3. If even if you miss the inside roll, then trying to draw here, and if you miss, you're going to give him potentially 4. So this is I'm going to hit this to at least cut him down to 3, and if I get that roll on the inside and prevent him from scoring, that is bonus there.
And limiting him to 3 right now would be a tie match after 6. So I mean, this is kind of a crucial moment here. If he can cut him to lower than 3, he puts himself in a really great space. So let's see where this stone. He just released the rock, and it's coming. It looks like it's got good weight.
It's not gonna roll to the inside. It's gonna definitely get to that, rid of that stone.
It's gonna stick around.
Nope.
And it's gonna bite.
But it is definitely the third rock in the house, so Craig Stefan will be drawing, I believe. What is he looking for?
This is the hammer coming up right now, right?
Yes, it is.
So anything inside of an outside biter with that yellow stone is going to give him 3 and tie this match up.
Yep, so I don't know what the discussion is so much here.
I think the discussion right now is about familiarity. They have not really come to that outside a whole lot today, so they want to make sure this gets in. And because there's an inside line there, and Phil is pointing that out right now, their second, very experienced curler, you have to make sure this is inside the 12-foot.
Yeah, I believe that this is the best way to go because, I mean, even if you haven't gone this way, this is the way that's the easiest way to get your 3. So.
But as a skip, if you have not gone down a line, you're a little bit more nervous.
But there has been shots down that line, so he should know a little bit about what that line should be. So
there's some familiarity there, you think?
There should be by the time, it is the 6th end, so.
Well, here he comes. He just released. How's it look?
It does seem hot.
Oh, Craig does have that tendency.
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh, I don't know if this is going to stick around.
No. Nope, it is hot.
Oh, and that is a bad flash if that does not stick around.
There it goes. It's stuck around. Look at that. It's amazing. It
illegally sticks around. So red will take 2 on sheet B instead of the 3 it desperately needed, and we'll be going 7-6 into the 7th end. Hey. Meanwhile, over on sheet A,
it's a free point you should have gotten, but to get 2 is keeping you in the game. So
absolutely, this game is not over on sheet B by a long shot.
Craig should just forget about that shot and move on to the next.
Oh, as a skip, that is never easy to do. So, back to sheet A.
It's what you got to do all the time.
It's what you got to do, but it's not easy. Back to sheet A, where the score is now 8-3 in favor of red. Yellow, I can't tell from my camera angle, Sean. What's the setup?
It looks like yellow is counting 1. Red is 2, and yellow is 3, and looks like he's drawing around those group of yellows.
Which he needs to do. He needs to get points on the board. He is down 5 right now with only 2 ends to play. This could be devastating if he doesn't get points this end.
I would tell them to stop sweeping it. It's very heavy. Yeah.
Oh, sweepers always have their own idea of weight.
It stopped very well. I'm very surprised how well that stopped. That looked like it was going to go much deeper than that, but...
Well, folks, on that shot, I am going to sign off and hand over the reins to Jack Miller. I will be back. I am here all weekend. It's just very late, and I have to open tomorrow. So, again, we have draws starting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., and we will have the stream active if we can. So join us then. In the meantime, I'm going to hand you guys off to Jack Miller and Sean. Enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy the curling.
Just talk, Jack. Thank you, Britt.
And Jack, I hope he told you all about the controls because I have no idea about the controls.
Hopefully enough.
Click quick play on whatever you want to see.
I hope everybody can hear me. We're now in the 7th end on sheet B.
I love the instructions. Just click and just click and there it'll be.
Click so. There you are. So you're seeing the far view on sheets A and B. On sheet B, we have red throwing, and red is down 1 without the hammer. And it looks like a hit on the yellow rock in the top 12. Phil Stevens throwing.
And red is down. I don't know about this shot, but
the rock is on the way.
Might avoid this shot right now and just put up another guard, but all preference. Yeah, it looks like it's going to go right by it. And it will.
Might get a piece. No, it doesn't. And it sails by. And Team Zakin's rock now, the yellow rock is on the way. I didn't see what the call was. I think it's another draw.
It was a quick call. It was a quick call. I have
Very
shots over here on on A that have not developed in the 2 shots that have happened over on B.
Yeah, over on A, yellow sits 1.
Red, yep, and might be
Behind
2.
some cover
no,
on the, on
they
the,
are
uh,
they were
on the
sitting 2.
forefoot. Cleared out the front a little bit over on A.
They did. Yellow is still sitting 2 though.
And
But
red
did,
is
red
again. Red is
open it up.
ahead 8-3. So yellow really needs to score quite a few here to keep the game alive.
Yeah, to make this the 8th end something that's not just a takeout game, and hopefully keep a couple of things in. They need to score at least I would say
We see a draw on
3.
B, and it looks heavy, and it does go through. And as Britt was mentioning earlier, we're going to ring in the new year with the Golden Handle on January 5th through 7th with a unique round-robin format with 12 teams, 3 groups of 4, and they'll play a round-robin, and then that will determine the finalists in the first, second, third, and fourth events.
Unique for Bondsville, not
unique for Bondsville. It's a common format in international curling and playdowns,
yep.
Right? So we're going to try to do it the way the pros do it. Maybe we'll even throw a few shots like the pros threw it.
Long and all the way out. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Another draw through on B. Yeah, the ice is very fast. The ice has been very fast tonight. I played earlier, and we had the same experience with a lot of draws, a lot of rocks in the back of the house, a lot of guards went into the house, and a lot of draws were through that. Nice, very fast ice. Really a joy to play on.
When it's fast, it's better. So
it is better. It's challenging if you're not used to it, but
it's challenging. The fact that we've had not as fast ice as we should have for many years
and there's
here.
A hit
I mean,
on B,
not that it was bad.
Red is
but
now sitting.
It was just not fast.
Red is sitting 1 on B. Again down 1, so red really needs to steal 1 here on B.
The answer to the trivia question earlier. Let's read that part.
Mm-hmm.
Read it.
And over on A,
the answer to the trivia question earlier was...
Read the question.
Peter Billingsley played Ralphie in A Christmas Story since 2000. He has made cameos in 2 Christmas movies. Name both. And it was Elf and Four Christmases. Okay.
Forgot to tell that to you guys.
Leave me an answer sheet.
So you're hearing the some of the results of the earlier trivia contest. The theme is Christmas movies.
And there were very obscure Christmas movies included in some of these questions.
And my team is Miracle on 34th Street, which should have been called Miracle in the 7th End, when I had given up. I made a very nice draw, but it wasn't quite buried and left a hit for 5, and the rock was on target and it picked.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
I
fortunate, unfortunate, depending on which side you are.
I accept gifts at Christmas time.
Well, Jack, Merry Christmas then.
Yes, thank you. The Miracle on the 7th End. So back to the action on the ice on sheet B. Now, red is sitting 1. No,
well,
can you tell is that yellow
red? No, red is sitting 1.
Red is sitting 1. Okay.
But the action on sheet A, which we cannot give you because it's too far down, or our camera is not working on that. But yellow is sitting. It has 3 in the house, but
looks like red has on the
a shot rock. So if he can get to the inside of this rock, or the depending on which way you're looking at it, inside, outside of this rock, and shoot it through the middle. So from his angle, it is on the right side of the rock. From the skip that is now throwing, it's on the right side of the rock. If he can hit it on the right side of the rock there, he can sit 4 and be right back into this. Yes, he can. So we will see.
The rock is on the way.
He might need to sweep, and
The sweepers are on it.
Oh my goodness! I think he's going to miss. He's going to be on his own yellow. Maybe if he can get to the other side. Yes, sweep again! Sweep again!
They're going to make the plan B run back. And
yes, they are!
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. The plan B run back for 4.
Oh wow, 4?
To get back into this game. Wow.
So that makes it 8-7 coming home in the 8th.
That is a fortunate miss.
Team Yellow. Another miracle on the 7th end.
A miracle on the 7th end. Yes, it is. The miracle on the 3+4 end.
There you go. Very nice. Very nice. So now Team Yellow coming back. And that is Team Funston now coming back down 1 without the hammer. And a nice draw to the top 8 on B to sit 2 for Team Zakin. Again, putting the pressure on Team Stefan. Why is that?
Do I need to open by myself?
No.
What time are you getting here?
So over on A, Team Funston got a nice center guard, and Red has thrown through, and Scott Funston calling for a second center guard.
They'll probably be scraping, but I'll be here. It doesn't matter.
I'll be back at 7. Oh, Lumberjack sending the fire.
All right, let's see. What do we have?
The 8th end on A.
Yellow
Looks
is
like
setting
another
up their
center
guards.
guard.
Yep.
It looks like a tight guard. It might slip
Oh,
into the rings.
Yep, it is sweeping in, so he's sweeping
and
it
is
in.
top 12, but it's going to be difficult to remove. It's half buried.
Well, no, not really. From your angle, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
Sean,
a
standing
quarter
directly
buried.
behind the house, sees that it's only a quarter buried.
Quarter buried. Which in this tournament could happen because we have a variety of experienceness for our curlers, with lead being the least
And
experienced.
they crash on the guard.
So they
and
crashed
the
on the guard.
And
the guard is not out.
going out, so it's
So
a
it
nice
will-
split.
Yes, it will not
A
be
wiggle,
replaced.
as we
so
say.
that is nice. That will
And
work
now we
just as
have
fine.
Skip rocks on the way on B. Mark Zakin's first rock. Tried to get another one in the house. He is shot top 8.
Yeah, it is wide. It will not cover the. Well, actually, no. It's coming back pretty nicely. It
So
will take.
it will be a nice guard on that shot rock.
It will take a very good shot to get in between those. I don't even think they can. No, they cannot. So, and this is Craig's last rock, so he will need to.
He's looking at the possibilities, looking at different run backs here.
He will need to run back, and the best possibility is that rock that he is looking at.
Yeah, it's more of an angle, but it's a shorter run back, And
and
there's
there-
nothing.
yeah,
There's
nothing in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. The top one, his other rock could be in the way.
And over on A, red is trying to keep things clear. They're clearing things out. We'll take a quick look over there. There's now only one yellow rock at the top of the house.
Keep it clear. Keep it clear. And this looks like this might be a tap, though.
The rock is on the way. The sweepers are not on. Now they're on it. And we'll see where that rock finishes, and then cut back to sheet B. And it's a very nice tap, and yellow.
I mean, that works
sits
fine.
too.
Yep. And what do we have on B? He
Here's
hits
Craig
it,
Steffens
but
with the angle run back, and he's got it. Oh, what a great shot!
Whoa.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Whoa, nice shot.
And so he is now sitting shot behind cover.
So now Mark Zakin will try his own run back.
This is a bit trickier. It's a little bit longer. A little bit straighter.
Sometimes that's harder. Sometimes I feel like straighter is harder than a little of an angle. And I think Rick is pointing out that you can draw to the 4-foot on the other side, which is a very makeable draw. I agree with Rick that maybe that is the shot if you're trying to score your one here to be up to. Is that the hammer? I mean, he's trying to do.
With the
He's
hammer,
trying to.
he could save that for his second shot, but
No, this is his last shot.
this is the last. You're right.
I would. I mean, again, maybe Mark has not thrown very many draws, so this is the shot that he would like. It has to come back a bit more, but it's close. Nope, a little wide.
It might top another in. No.
No, it will not. Oh,
we may get a bounce.
No, not enough.
Not quite.
Enough.
So Craig Steffens steals one.
And to tie it up.
And they're coming home 7-all.
And this is what I like. Close games all the way. Normally in a bond spill is whoever puts in a team, it's what they put in. Yep.
Red is sitting shot behind cover.
So, but in these in-house bond spills, it is the especially when it's not a bring your own team, it is the experience of playing with other people and all types of levels. Is the job to try to balance out these teams as much as you can. So if you are the event coordinator, to see a bunch of close games is what you want to see. So this is happy for me because I've got a tie game on B and one rock lead on another. So
a nice center guard for Team Steffen on B. And here comes a draw on A, and it just ticks the guard, so red still sits shot. We're down to skip rocks. One more vice rock on A. Looks like she's calling for a...
She is trying to hit those two yellows?
Run one into the red, or maybe
well, she hits. If she hits right in between the two yellows, she can knock them both out, I believe.
There, the double is there.
The double is there.
A little risky because it could run one of the yellows into her.
A safer shot might be safer shot might be the guard. But it's a very high, I mean, you're only in the top of the 8-foot.
And
So
the rock is on the way. Sweepers are on it.
I don't know if, they're not going to hit.
And she's got one.
Ooh, that is a perfect, to me, that is a perfect run back. To where you hit your top red into the other red, into the yellow.
It will push the yellow as you look at the screen toward the bottom of the screen, but it might still have enough to catch that red shot rock.
Oh yeah, I believe it will.
The drag effect will push it quite a bit, but will it push it too much?
Have a drag effect that will.
I don't think it'll.
They're so close that I don't think it can.
Oh
push
my
it
goodness, I would go for that.
Well, I would too, and even if. I mean,
oh my
you gotta
goodness.
open it up.
I would go for that shot right there with the top red into the red into the yellow.
What are they not doing it?
They're going for that side yellow into the red.
Wow. I'm going to switch back to the view so you can see what's going on both sheets because there's too much action on both sheets.
He needs to stay out on A. He needs to stay out there, so they need to get on it before it gets too far. It's going to get too far. And now he changed the whole angle.
It changed, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got two rocks.
I think the drag effect, you could get that red out.
I think you can still get that red out.
Just hit it straight on.
At least enough.
And on B, the
Oof.
draw comes through the port and taps that yellow back, and now red sits too. Beautiful shot on sheet B.
Oh, and I missed the whole thing. I so busy looking at this A sheet.
We've got a cluster of rocks in the front of sheet A.
Mm-hmm.
And
red is looking.
Red, yellow, red.
Or yellow is looking
on the right hand, on the left hand side of the sheet, the bottom on Tamora's right. There's a red, yellow.
So he
red.
changed his shot. I don't know what he's looking at right now.
That might be there.
I don't, is he going for that long run back? No, he's not. Not now. He's going for that. Take out that red. And he's got to go for it. Hurry. To even take out that. There we go. Okay.
Kills the guard.
But he had to go for that even. I don't know if that was what he was calling, but. And Craig's just gonna put
Sean,
back the guard.
What's the call on A? Just a straight draw.
Looks
like a
A.
draw.
Looks like
trying to draw behind all that stuff up front.
He's trying to block the port.
Okay, so she is. Yeah, she's trying to block the port to prevent the draw. So he has to make a decision on those runbacks. He would still have a draw to the other side to hit the
red,
4-foot.
yellow, red run back on the right hand side of the screen might be there.
Again, it's gonna all depend on what.
She's got last rock, so she puts one up there.
It's all depend what he wants to. The skip wants to preference if he wants to do a hit or if he wants to do a draw. So I think Mora's deciding that
red now has two rocks in the front of the 4-foot.
Mm-hmm. Yellow is third shot. There's backing.
Sweepers are off it. Now they're on it.
And he's going to take his... Oh, he just got by.
And he picks one
out.
out.
All right, he picks one out. Okay. That'll be something to work with.
Red is still sitting 1, 2. Red is
1
sitting
and 2, yep. Red is still sitting 2. No, 1. No, 2. It is 2. Back on A.
And again, yellow, Team Sakin does have the hammer, so Craig Steffen is going to guard his shot rock.
Yeah, these are done.
They're over on A. They're looking at that red, yellow,
Yeah,
red. This guard is on the way, and Craig is going out to help sweep it. They've got to get it over the hog line, and it looks like it's going to be close, and it does not make it.
Oh, it does not make it.
So here comes the red, yellow, red on A.
Okay, so he is gonna try the red, yellow, red instead of the draw. Okay.
Line looks great. He's narrow. Line looks great.
He's got a lot of weight on it though, but it is curling.
He's gonna knock
He looks
the other
great.
one
He looks great. He looks great. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get it.
Oh, and he hits the other.
So it is one red, and the game is over.
He got the other red.
And on
So
B,
Cocky wins on sheet A.
we're now looking at sheet B. We've got the overhead view. Team red, again tied yellow with the hammer. And we are now to skip rocks. No, last vice rock for.
Oh, did we turn off the... I'm sorry, I'm talking about kitchen stuff now. Did we turn off the ovens? Yes, we did. Good.
So Craig is looking at splitting the house perhaps to sit 2. So that if they hit the shot rock, the other rock will still be shot. He wants to draw behind that high guard, be buried. But obviously they're debating it. But I think that's the call. So Don Malner set to throw. Craig indicating he wants the rock behind that yellow guard. Sitting 2 with 1 behind cover. And the rock is now on the way. Sweepers are off it. It looks like it might be a little hot. Now the sweepers are on it. Sweeping hard. Off. Must be close. Does look a little heavy.
Oh, keep...
And it is in the top 8.
Keep it. Okay.
But there may be a double there. Well, there definitely is a possible double.
Doesn't sound good.
Applause for the teams coming in from sheet A.
Yeah, just rinse it
Not
off.
sure what the call is here, whether he's
And dry
trying
it
to
off.
just hit the shot rock or whether he's looking for the double. The room is definitely too wide for the double. Shot is on the way.
No, it might not be too wide for I think he's just...
He's trying to make the double by taking the top one. And he
all
does
takes
get the
out.
back one. It looks like red is still shot, however.
Red is still shot.
And Craig Steffen wants to hit the yellow
And roll?
A roll behind.
Which would leave a double, so I don't know.
If he could hit and stick,
he would not be.
A hit on either would not be shot.
Well, if he hits and sticks.
No, if he hits and sticks, a hit on the center one might be shot.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was like.
But I think if he hits and sticks, it'd probably force the draw.
I mean, I guess what you would want to do here is.
I'd try to roll behind, but
I mean,
it's risky because if you roll
You should throw a guard.
a little deep, not buried. We're hearing the suggestion throw a guard.
I have played 10-15. However, I need Stefan to win.
The warm room is recommending a guard.
A high, it's an 8-foot guard. I don't know if that's something that you want to do here. And there's
but
plenty
he's
of room
definitely trying to hit. The sweepers are on it.
See, if we only have one car, my cars would go into the train.
Oh, if he
and
hits
he's
it,
got a piece, but he
no, a little too thin.
So leaving
if he had
leaving Zakin a hit to sit 3.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're sitting 1 or 3. It's a tie game, so.
So the
the
only
point
thing
was to
Stefan,
stick around to sit 1 and 2.
Yeah, Craig would then have to draw behind and bury one on the button and hope that.
Well, he has to bury one in the 4-foot behind that guard and hope that Zakin does not
make the run back.
Make the run back. But we have to see what happens with this shot because you never know.
Yeah, so I was like, that was my original plan.
Actually, I imagine Mark wants to roll away from the center with this hit.
Yeah, I would say so.
The rock is on the way. Sweepers are running alongside of it. He's on it.
And
he's
hitting it nose.
Got the nose. Gets a little bit of a roll, so it leaves the center somewhat open. Leaving Craig a guard behind a roll behind the 2 corner guards on the right. Our right as we look at the sheet from the war room.
Yep.
And if he can bury one there, he leaves Mark a draw to maybe the 4-foot.
That's your play though. You have to hit that
on the edge of the 4.
On the edge of the 4 and hope that he cannot draw better than that.
Right.
So you know,
Don Malner holding the broom, Craig getting ready to throw.
Zakin has played this as the best that he could because he's leaving himself a shot to the button.
Right. He's forcing Craig to make a great shot, and even if he does, Mark will still have a shot to win.
Exactly, and that's all you hope for as a skip. You know, you have to leave yourself a shot to make that
It's
draw.
the great thing about curling, how many of these games come down to the last shot.
We're hoping
Rock
that
is
this
on the
shot
way.
slows
Sweepers
down.
are off it. Is it heavy?
It is heavy. Yeah, he's already shaking.
It is
he
going
knows it's
through.
heavy.
They're shaking hands.
Yeah, he already knows it's heavy.
And a great game.
Okay.
Well played by both teams. A lot of great shots.
Yes.
And we will be back tomorrow with the second and subsequent rounds of the club challenge here at Nutmeg Curling Club.
Thank you very much
Good
for
night,
joining
all.
us.
Thanks for joining, and we'll be
and
back
if
to
you
you.
are not subscribed to us, please subscribe to us so we can have our own URL. Good night. How do you turn it off? How do you turn it off? I don't know. How do you turn it off? Sorry. I'm assuming you hit this button.
Oh, just like any other computer thing. Okay.